This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, almost at Irving, Arlington, Texas. It's the Colleyville Heritage Panthers and the Cedar Hill Longhorns. Looks to be an exciting game alongside Chris Bean, Thomas Lee in the house, and down on the sidelines it's Pete Nielsen. And Chris, two football teams come in on different paths. Colleyville comes in with a 500 record. Cedar Hill comes in with an 8-2 record, coming off a state championship. But as we know, throw all that out the window. It's one football game. Winner moves on.
Yeah, and like we talked to the coaches in pregame, they said when it comes to the playoffs, any team can win, and that's exactly how Colleyville Heritage has to look at this. They don't have to look at it as the going against the defending state champions. They need to look at it as going against another team in a very hard first round for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
We'll set the offense for Colleyville tonight. At quarterback, it's the 5'11", 175-pound senior Trevor Anderson. The running back is number 27, DeMarco Corbin, 6 foot 200. And Coach Darren Allman said, as we talked to him on the field before the game, he has got to have a lights-out night for this football team to be able to win today. Justin Toberny is also in the backfield, wearing number 22, the 5'9", 175-pound senior. The wide receivers are number 8, Jackson Zeladon, 6'1", 185, a senior. Camden Arnold, 5'11", 175, also a senior, wearing number 9. Kevin Salinas, wearing number 13, 5'10", 160, a senior. And Michael Prescott comes in and out as a tight end wide receiver. The men up front that are going to make it all happen offensively, it's number 74, Nick Walters, the 6'1", 250-pound junior at left tackle. The left guard, number 68, Patrick Blasingame, 6'2", 265, he's a junior. The center, and he's done an outstanding job as a sophomore all year, 6'2", 250, it's Jacob Kramer. So you look at this front line, four of the juniors are going to be coming back, or 3 juniors with 1 sophomore. And then, of course, you have Trey Poirier, 6 foot 230, and Connor McAnally, 6'3", 260.
And that's one thing that Darren Allman said, that this offseason is going to be huge for him, because he's going to get these guys in the weight room, and they're going to be a killer next year.
Put some Manster weight on him?
That's right. He said he's a big weight room guy, and he says he thinks that this offseason is going to be huge for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Cedar Hill wins the toss down at the Blue Star, as we are at AT&T Stadium, so they defer. Colleyville should get the football, and they are going to defend the west goal. I'm assuming that's how it goes here.
That is the west goal, yes. We're on the north side of the stadium, about a little bit above the Ring of Honor deck in the star level here at AT&T Stadium. A nice view, a little bit higher than we're used to at Mustang Panthers Stadium.
Well, and I got to be honest, for a blind guy, which sometimes I feel like I am, you know the dimensions of that. That's what, a 60-yard scoreboard right in front of us. I mean, big screen.
Yeah, it's actually 80 feet tall, so it's an 8-story building.
Man, I love it. So you're going to get a nice call tonight. We won't miss many names. So let's go down to the field for the national anthem. All right, one game is in the books already here at AT&T Stadium. The Plano Wildcats were defeated by the Denton Guyer Wildcats. So a game that no matter who left the building with the W, it was going to be a Wildcat. Denton Guyer, as Thomas Lee has spoken extensively in the pregame show about it, very strong football team. They come off of a 4A state championship last year. They move up to 6A this year, and they're right back where they were. A very good football team. Coach Walsh has got them set to make a long run in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's going to be an interesting game next week because they get to face the South Lake Carroll Dragons, who Dennis Green said that we let them off the hook, and Mansfield let them off the hook last night because the Mansfield Tigers had South Lake Carroll down to the wire, and South Lake had a late touchdown in that game to win with 15 seconds left. I was here, and heartbreaking for the Tigers of Mansfield.
So that sets up a massive game next week between the South Lake Carroll Dragons and the Denton Guyer Wildcats, and we expect that to be one of the top games. Cedar Hill will kick off. They will defend the east end zone. Short approach. Ball is in the air. It's a short kick going left. Felix has got it. Comes to the numbers, breaks back out to the outside. He's got a little room, and if he gets past one guy, he might pick up another 10 yards, but he's tackled, and that is number 30 for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. And I have to tell you, Chris, I've said it already. I like saying Longhorn all day. It's not my Texas Longhorns, but
yeah. Well,
Longhorn
I kind of figured you're
is
going to be like that all day. I'm surprised you and Thomas Lee over there wore your Longhorns gear to this to AT&T Stadium today.
Can't find my. I didn't wear any Longhorn gear.
Well, I know. I saw Thomas over there has.
All right, snap back. Trevor Anderson gives it up the middle, right side, spinning to his backside is DeMarco Corbin, and they're going to pull him down, give him 3 yards on the gain. Ball out to the. Looks like they're going to spot it around the 33-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers there.
Also, I'll be interested to see if they don't give up on the run as fast as they normally do.
Right back, coming left. Prescott. No, check that. It's DeMarco Corbin, and he's going for a 1st down, and looks like about 14 yards on the carry. Handoff from Trevor Anderson coming left. Nice job, DeMarco Corbin.
The Cedar Hill Longhorns have had problems this year with the run, especially the last 2 games. They lost to Mansfield because Mansfield is primarily a running team.
Receiver in motion is Cam Arnold. 2 receivers to either side. They'll hand off to DeMarco Corbin, right side. He's a little tentative. Now he cuts just outside the hash, and he'll get 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7, and they are into Cedar Hill territory here on drive number 1. It's the Colleyville Heritage Panthers and the Cedar Hill Longhorns from AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
I would like to see DeMarco Corbin go over 1,000 yards today. That means he would have to get 125 yards on the day, but it looks like they're going to try.
4 receivers to the near side. Trevor Anderson to throw, and this one is behind and short of the intended receiver, DeMarco Corbin.
Looks like Colleyville's kind of pulling out all stops today, knowing that it is a playoff game. They're playing Ryan Philippi, who's normally their free safety, and looks like he's been playing. You and I, Doug, all year have always wanted Ryan Philippi playing at wide receiver for
3rd and 8. Run it up the middle. DeMarco Corbin will pick up a couple. So that'll put him in a 4th and long situation. Ball is spotted at the 47-yard line, and it was a nice handoff, but unfortunately,
it looks like the Colleyville Heritage Panthers may go for this right here. Looks like Cedar Hill is going to take a timeout.
All right, we'll go ahead and keep it right here for this timeout. Very early on, surprised that they take a timeout at this point in the game, and 4th and a long 7.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because I'm surprised they took a timeout because the Colleyville Heritage Panthers looked like they were. Cedar Hill was kind of lining up to stop them there.
Let's go down field level. Pete Nielsen.
Hey guys, good to be joining you this afternoon. One thing I noticed here on the Colleyville Heritage sideline, very, very calm. It seems like this is not a big deal for him, and that comes from Coach Allman's experience in the past, but very calm, very businesslike, and that's good in a game like this when you're playing a defending state champion.
Well, you're absolutely right, Pete, and Darren Allman comes in with huge credentials out of Odessa Permian, then Austin Westlake, and now on to the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, where he plans to retire and build a dynasty before he is done.
Yeah, he told me in the a couple games ago that he coming from a team like that, they like to keep their guys calm, saying, hey, we're not going to roll out their helmets to play these teams.
Stephen Bodish back in punt formation. He'll get it off around the 42. Spiral, nice high kick, driving deep, and it's caught, fair caught, at the 8-yard line by number 18. That's DeMarcus Lodge, their outstanding wide receiver, back doing the punt return duties for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. But a nice job there as Bodish pounds that football and puts the field position game into motion for the Panthers.
Yeah, Bodish has done that all year. We've seen that he's a very accurate punter. He really nice deep ball. Almost looks like he throws it off his foot.
Justin McMillan, the 6'2", 190-pound senior, committed to LSU, is the quarterback. They've got 3 skilled players on this team, almost like the triplets from the Dallas Cowboys, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmett Smith, and they'll run it right side and going nowhere as Jacob Moore is right there to stop the running back, Denvare Daniels. Loses a couple yards, sorry.
One of these things with the Colleyville Heritage defense is they've been really good this year stopping the run. They're really good up front.
2nd down and 15 from their own end zone, handoff up the middle, and that's Cedric Ware. Ware committed to USC, Ryan Philippi on the tackle, and expect to have his name called a lot tonight as Ware is outstanding. Of course, Heisman running back university is USC, the Trojan, so he looks to go out there and make a name for himself. But before he does that, he will continue here with the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
See, Ware only played in 5 games, kind of the end of the year last year for the Cedar Hill Longhorns in their state championship run.
2 receivers to each side. McMillan in the gun. Snap back into his own end zone, and we've got flags down. I'm assuming we will have a motion. False start on Cedar Hill. So that'll back them up. Looks like about 3 yards, and it will be 3rd and 14 for the Longhorns from there. Very nice start on the defensive side for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Yeah, if you're Darren Allman and that Colleyville Heritage defense, you're happy with this start. You need to just get them off the field right here, and you've flipped the field, and now you got to have a big stop right here.
2 receivers to each side. Ware
I'd cover Lodge.
Ware in the backfield on the left-hand side of the quarterback. Snap back, left-hander in the end zone, getting rushed, throws it out right, and it's over the intended receiver, Denver Daniels. I'm going to assume that's how you say that, even though the RE is flipped the other direction. Ja'Cory Williams on the coverage for the Panthers.
Ja'Cory Williams actually came on the blitz there. It kind of was a delayed blitz, and Justin McMillan had to throw it away.
And the Cedar Hill Longhorns will punt from underneath their goalpost.
Snap it over this guy's head. Let's watch this.
It's Josh Stewart, and he
Bam!
did.
Over his head.
Nice call by Chris Bean. And 2 points on the board for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers with the safety, and they will get the football back.
That's what the playoffs do to you, really, because you get nervous as a deep snapper. You got the guys bearing down on you, and sure enough, snapped it right off the crossbar.
And Josh Stewart is no small fella back there to punt the football. He looks every bit of 6'3", and went up and was not able to pull it down. You said it hit the crossbar. I didn't see that, but if it did, that was definitely a high snap.
Yeah, really nice start for Darren Allman's team here. You want to go into this game and basically you got to shock you know when a state championship team comes against you. It's like a boxing match. If you hit them hard and you just start hitting them, sometimes those teams, it's tough to take a punch.
Or even drink a punch, for that matter.
Depends what kind of punch you're drinking there, Doug.
Well, I drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Well, don't drink the Kool-Aid too early on this Cedar Hill team, let me tell you. Because they know how to score.
Brooks Ralph, guy of either 2 first names or 2 last names, to kick it off for Cedar Hill. Last time,
it's interesting they don't punt it, because it's a free kick for off safety. They can't hit the ground.
I always like the punt because it's so much higher.
Yes.
And this is going to come down to Philippi at the 25, up to the 30, 35. He's got a hole. He's not able to get quite through it as Nick Felix was not able to finish off the block, and Philippi is going to be marked down at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Colleyville Heritage Panthers will take over with a 2-0 lead. It's a baseball score here from AT&T Stadium. Alongside Chris Beam, down on the field, it's Pete Nielsen, the Dr. Alex Durling doing stats, and of course, engineering today's game, the illustrious Longhorn, Thomas D. Lee.
Illustrious.
And there's nobody that wears Longhorn gear more than Thomas Lee does. Snap back, student body left, handoff, Philippi. He's going to try to push forward. He's still on his feet. Oh, and if he would have broke that tackle right there, he may have taken it to the house. But Philippi is pulled down. I'm almost a little disappointed now that I'm seeing all the other teams with their names on the back of their jerseys. The Colleyville's decided to go without names.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Darren, I don't know what he did at Austin Westlake. I know Permian's not a real big name team because of tradition, kind of like Penn State.
Anderson with 3 receivers in the pattern. He's going to take the football, working left. Tries to cut it back up, and he's tackled there after a gain of about 3 yards. Trevor Anderson with his first carry tonight.
Yeah, I'd be shocked to see how much Anderson throws the ball because he's been pretty sporadic. But when you're going against a team like Cedar Hill, they run that little like a 3 down lineman front with 2 linebackers. They kind of spread you out a little bit, so there are holes to be had against the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
Travis Gibson, the 6'5 linebacker, on the tackle. Here's a handoff to Marco Corbin going right up the middle off the right guard, and that's right behind Trey Poirier, and he's got yardage for a first down.
Yeah, it looks like he was right on the stick right there, and they're going to call for the first down here.
Nice job of pulling by Mason Coffey, who was in the game.
This screen's a little bit bigger than the Lake Highlands
stadium. Isn't that the truth? Nick Walters is now wearing 55 and not 74. We'll make a change there. Handoff coming left. DeMarco Corbin's got it, and he's dropped right there, and it's that guy again. Travis Gibson, 6'5", 210. He's got 18, now give him 20 tackles. That will give him the assist there, along with Kyle Goss, the outside linebacker. And the Panthers have a 2nd down and 11. Ball spotted inside of Cedar Hill Longhorn territory at the 48.
Yeah, a lot of coaches drill when they see a defensive end, 6'5", 210. Cover a lot of ground out there with that wingspan. 3
receivers to the far side. 6:15 to play in quarter number 1. Rolling left. Anderson's got all kinds of room. He'll throw the football wide open down the field. Touchdown, Colleyville Heritage Panthers! And that goes for 48 yards, and what a pitch and catch from Trevor Anderson.
Unbelievable. Camden Arnold comes down with it, and he was wide open down the field. As soon as I saw him break, I was just hoping that Anderson would find him, and man, what a great throw.
And if you're going to get your first touchdown of the season, make it a 48-yarder at AT&T Stadium in the Texas 6A high school playoffs. Camden Arnold with a 48-yard reception from Trevor Anderson. And now Max Allen's trying to implore some of the kick team out onto the field. Apparently they have enough people. Max Crosby checked that. Garrett Scotch is coming in to snap it. Not very often is the last guy on the field your deep snapper.
Well, he was on the other end of the bench, not expecting to he was at the defense.
Scotch will snap. Down and up, Max Allen splits the uprights. So a shocker from AT&T Stadium as the Colleyville Heritage Panthers are out to a 9-0 lead over the Cedar Hill Longhorns. When we come back, more first quarter action. You're listening to Colleyville Heritage Panther football on Champion Sports Radio.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
6:04 to go in quarter number one. And the Colleyville Heritage Panthers have staked a 9-0 lead on the board over the reigning state champion Cedar Hill Longhorns. Got to believe Coach Joey McGuire did not expect this start.
No, I really don't think he expected this start, but he did tell us before the game that they knew that Colleyville Heritage was going to be tested against Trinity and Southlake and Coppell, that they knew they had a tough district to come out of.
Holden Lyons will put the ball in the air. Deep kick. This goes all the way halfway back in, and taking a knee is Denver. Unusual spelling, but Denver Daniels, the 5'10", 175-pound senior who's got kind of a multi-back for this Cedar Hill team. 60 rushes for 462 yards. 31 receptions for 364 yards. He scored 7 TDs on the season.
I think Denver's probably he spells where, but I'm sure they're probably in some games that he got in late and he got some big yards.
2 receivers to the top side, 1 to the bottom. Snap back. They'll throw it out. Quick snap left. Caught at the 22, up and out of bounds at the 20. Check that, the 30-yard line. That's Denver Daniels again, as he comes out of the backfield. Check that. He was set up over there.
Yeah, he was lined up in the slot. Kind of like they were trying to move the interior, throw it to the outside and see what you can get.
5 yards on the reception. McMillan calls for the football from the shotgun, hands it off. Daniels going left, and he's stuck. Wow, who was that?
Looks like it's Nick Felix. Come in, little guy. I liked him all year. You know, I told him he's one of the biggest open field tacklers on the team. I mean,
Nick Felix.
I'm telling you, he's excited.
Put a shoulder in. Snap back, empty backfield. Actually, it goes right to Daniels, and Daniels is stuck. He'll lose a yard. Guess who? It's Williams in the backfield, and the defense is flexing its muscles here in quarter number one.
This will be an interesting call by the Cedar Hill Longhorns. They're going to try to get quick to the ball because they're 1 yard short of the first down.
They set up with a power formation to the right. And easily getting the first down is Cedric Ware.
Yeah, because Cedric Ware, you expect a guy that's going to USC could pick up at least 1 yard for you. Wouldn't you agree, Doug?
I would, but I'll tell you what, this is an inspired Colleyville Heritage Panther defense. We are live.
I'm surprised Ware's not playing more. They just spelled him for Daniels again.
2 receivers to the far side. Daniels behind the quarterback. They'll hand it off to Daniels over the left tackle. He's got room, and he's going to pick up 10 yards and another first down for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. So they're starting to get that engine greased up as we are 4:35 away from the end of quarter number one. You cannot arm tackle Cedar Hill. Here's a throw out to the left-hand side. There's an arm missed tackle, and going to the house, it's DeMarcus Lodge, and he runs out of bounds, tiptoes it down the side, but you can see the skill that young man possesses.
Yeah, that was a questionable block by number 3, Darius Harper out there. It looked like he got, watch this, see, he got Crouch kind of wrapped up. It should have been a hold on that play. If you look in the replay, they're not going to show it again. But he kind of got him wrapped.
First down at the 25 for the Longhorns. Again from the shotgun. They'll hand it off. Now they're going to fake it. This one's going to go left-hand side wheel route. Nice pass, and it's picked. Nick Felix has got it fall down, young man. He does, and it's an interception. Nick Felix, he read it the whole way. The quarterback, Justin McMillan, never saw him.
He did that same thing against Southlake Carroll. Back-to-back plays, one return for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Nick Felix kind of playing that center field. Wasn't fooled on this play by McMillan.
McMillan's got a really pretty long release, but Nice job, Felix, and Felix got the better part of Pelini now in his chest as he picked that one off.
I'm just glad he held on to it.
Absolutely.
Pelini now almost knocked that ball out, but Nick Felix playing a heck of a game. Very intensive team for Colleyville Heritage, ready to play.
And give Pelini now credit, staying with the very fleet of foot running back. Here's a handoff, left-hand side over the tackle to DeMarco Corbin, maybe a yard. Corbin pulled down just outside the hash marks on the left side.
Cedar Hill has to be kind of nervous because sometimes teams like a Cedar Hill in the first round of the playoffs, they said, hey, we're the defending state champions. Kind of play to your opponent. But obviously, Colleyville Heritage is a pretty good opponent.
Handoff coming left. This one is stopped up, but going for a few yards. Is that Justin Toberny for his first carry of the night? Nope, it's DeMarco Corbin again. All I saw was a 2.
Yeah, DeMarco Corbin, that power runner, runs up like we've seen him all year long, just bull over people, and they did exactly that. Kind of drug the pile for an extra couple yards there.
3rd and 6 for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, and if you'll remember last time, they were able to get a deep strike for a touchdown on a 3rd down play. Looking left, Anderson, he'll throw it out. Caught by Arnold, and Arnold is tripped up. Nice tackle out on the edge, and that's Jameel Moore, the 6 foot, 175-pound senior for Cedar Hill, and he's able to, well, if he doesn't catch a shoelace right there, Cam Arnold might go for a nice gain.
Yeah, that should have been a first down if he didn't get him. That was a good tackle by the Cedar Hill Longhorn.
Bodish into punt. Back deep. DeAndre Bradley and Denver Daniels. Bodish off his foot, kind of shanks this one left. It's going to be hit, and Daniels picks it up on the run at the 50. Dodges a Colleyville tackler, and he'll run it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So nice field possession to start for Cedar Hill here with 2:17 to go in quarter number 1.
Yeah, Justin Toberny had him, kind of went low, and you got to square a guy up like that. You just can't go for his feet because
you go right through his chest.
Yes, I watched some footage of Cedar Hill, how they train, and they train a lot on their legs, a lot of running, a lot of jump rope, a lot of squats. So they could run through tacklers like that, and they're really good at that.
Justin McMillan back in at quarterback for Cedar Hill. He'll have 2 running backs to either side. He keeps the football going left, and he's pulled down. And Pelini now got him by the feet. Nice tackle.
I think, is that McMillan or Avery Davis?
180-pound junior. Oh, that was Davis.
That's Avery Davis. First time we've seen him in the game.
Yeah, he's not even listed as the backup either. Backup was listed as Darius Harper, but Davis, the 6-pound, 180-pound sophomore quarterback. McMillan back in now. Wears a glove on the right hand. Kind of an interesting.
He's a lefty, so.
Setup. He'll hand it off up the middle, and right there, quickly to get his head onto the football, is Joey Scopolite.
Yeah, real nice play by Joey Scopolite to get in the backfield. And leave about a 4-yard 3rd down and 4 here to see if Colleyville Heritage could stop the Cedar Hill Longhorns here.
Well, I'd like to see him bring the house right here.
Bring it.
Put those 2 defensive backs out on an island and bring everybody. Snap back, handoff up the middle. And pulled down at the 22-yard line is Cedric Ware. And that's a Cedar Hill Longhorn first down.
Yeah, that's what happens when you kind of bring it. They did kind of bring the house a little bit, but if you bring the house, it leaves the middle open.
Tell you what, we're seeing a lot of arm tackling. A flag comes in on a quick snap. Handoff was inside to Cedric Ware. He's pulled down at the 18-yard line, but let's check with the official.
10-yard penalty, still first down.
So a holding will back up Cedar Hill 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20. Nine to nothing. Colleyville's gotten a safety on a botched punt that goes over the punter's head, snapped over from the 2-yard line, and then a 48-yard pitch and catch from Trevor Anderson to Camden Arnold. Cedar Hill's got it. Snap back. McMillan hands it left to Daniels. Daniels has got room and a blocker. He's going to get back 14 of the yards that they lost on the last play. It'll make it a second and manageable 6 for Cedar Hill.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him break out and I saw that blocker out in front, I was getting kind of nervous because there's only 2 guys out there. If he got one of them, he could make one guy miss and he would have been to the house.
Out in front of him was Kobe Idawambi. Say that fast. Full backfield for Cedar Hill. Only one receiver to go in the pattern. Quarterback will keep it. Working behind the guard, and he's down to the 11-yard line. Justin McMillan, and he's got a first down for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. They are in the red zone.
Yeah, you need to really stop them here. Get them 3 points would be huge for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers at this point.
See if they get this playoff before the end of the first quarter. Only 4 seconds left. And the clock is at 0 as they snap it. Handoff inside. Ware's got it. Ware is going to pull the defense down to the 5-yard line, and that will wrap up quarter number 1 here from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the Colleyville Heritage Panthers 9, Cedar Hill 0. Back with more on Champion Sports Radio after this timeout.
Time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Quarter number 2 about to get underway here at beautiful AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. 4 games on the docket in the 6A high school state playoffs. Already one final, Denton Geyer over the Plano Wildcats. And they will move on to face the South Lake Dragons, which should be a barn burner. Do not know location or time for next week.
I believe it's going to be here at 8 o'clock on Saturday, but that's just a guess.
Something tells
it's an educated guess.
Something tells me you have inside information.
Yes. And then the game. This game, whoever wins this game will play at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
So another full weekend of high school football here at AT&T Stadium. Handoff inside and in for the touchdown is Cedric Ware from 7 yards out. Cedar Hill starting to flex a little muscle and feeling a little bit better about themselves. With an extra point, they cut it back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, it's his 23rd touchdown on the year, and when you have a guy like Cedric Ware going to USC, you kind of expect him to get in the end zone at least once a game.
Extra point attempt is a line drive, and I'm assuming, yep, it went through. That looked like the snap from the punter, nice and low. So we will take a timeout. Panthers lead the Longhorns 9-7, 11:54 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Colleyville Heritage Panther football on Champion Sports Radio.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back at AT&T Stadium, it's a 9-7 Colleyville Heritage Panther lead. Let's go down to the sidelines. Pete Nielsen.
Hey, couple things, guys. In the offensive huddle, the coaches stressing to the offensive line, stay in your gap, do your job, don't try to do too much. Same message after the touchdown play. Defensive guys not lining up where they need to. That led to that touchdown. Back up to you.
Pooch kick, left-hand side, fielded, and somebody called for a fair catch, and I'm guessing that was not Nick Felix.
I think what happened is, in high school, if you make any gesture, he kind of did it in front of his chest, like get away. Besides going over your head, in high school, if you move your arm, they will call it a fair catch. They don't want you to be halfway, you know. They don't want anybody to get kilt out there, like Michael Irvin used to say.
Kilt. I like
yeah,
that.
People get kilt out there.
He had his own language, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he still does.
Receiver in motion, handoff, nope, yes, inside, and that goes to DeMarco Corbin. Corbin will pick up, we'll call it 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Actually, they don't give him that much. They must have got him before he hopped. They only give him 3 yards on the carry. Looked like he got all the way out across the 36-yard line, but they don't give him.
Play.
Yeah, they do not give it to him. In the backfield, Anderson takes a snap, hands it right. That's Jamari Williams, who has come into the game to relieve DeMarco Corbin, and he'll fall forward for maybe 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line.
I think Jamari Williams could be really useful here because he's a fast guy, so he hits those gaps quick. And these gaps that they're creating are pretty big.
Arnold in motion going left, kind of going to the line of scrimmage before he got there. Anderson to throw, and this goes to nobody, and I believe they're going to get the penalty flag on Cam Arnold for having worked himself toward the line of scrimmage as he was running in motion. Clear to see on the high definition big screen here at AT&T Stadium. That's what it was.
That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Look at you, Douglas.
Well, I could see it. It was an easy call. If I'd have had a hanky and I could throw it 100 yards, I could have made that call.
Oh, it's more than 100 yards from here, big guy.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, you mean all the way to where the players are?
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough?
Yeah. I don't know that I could hit a golf ball that far. That may actually be kind of fun. This would be a heck of a shot if they put a green out there. Snap back, Bodish to punt. Off the right side. Lands at the 30, and somebody better touch that because it's a live football, and it's down. We will take a timeout. It's 10:44.
I think we're going to send it to the studio over to Thomas Lee in the studio.
I'm not getting his language. Let's go over to Thomas Lee to update us scores around the area.
Well, boys, you were talking about what happens after today and what the schedule's like next Saturday here at AT&T Stadium. DeSoto's going to take on the winner of the next game, Allen and Kilo Central. That'll be 11 o'clock next Saturday. McKinney-Boyd will take on the winner of this ball game at 2 o'clock. Plano West will take on the winner of Trinity South Grand Prairie tonight. That game on Champion Sports Radio, by the way. That'll be at 5 o'clock. And then, as you mentioned, Chris, you're right, Geyer Carroll, 8 o'clock next Saturday night.
McMillan from the shotgun looks to hand it off, and he will. And there's big Jason Williams disrupting that play and taking down the running back.
You know Jason Williams. Yeah, you know Jason Williams is going to want to have a really good game playing here at AT&T Stadium, being a senior and all. Right next to his big buddy Tank Johnson. Now, Keandre Tank Johnson. I like to call him Tank. Come on.
I know you do. You've called him Tank all year, and that's okay. 2 receivers will go to the far side. One got man in motion that direction. He stops. They'll run the play inside. And is that Jacob Moore who got into the backfield, and he almost was not able to grab a hold of the shorts of the pants of the running back.
There's a real nice run blitz by the Colleyville Heritage defense. Good play call by the coaching staff. It almost didn't work because they blitzed from the other direction, but the athletic ability of the defensive line kind of helped out and stopped Ware.
Max Crosby also in. They'll send the front line now, all standing up. Everybody in a standing position as a throw is forthcoming. Crosby still running, trying to get the quarterback. He shakes loose, and he's not going to get the first down, but he's out to the 39-yard line. And a nice job by Justin McMillan. It was Crosby was right behind him and kind of did a whoop. And that was McMillan obviously fleet of foot.
Yeah, Keandre Tank Johnson almost, he kind of over pursued that as well. You kind of need to break down. He couldn't get his feet underneath him and kind of slid. We'll see. It looks Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, 4th and a long 4 from the 39-yard line. Longhorns are going to go for it. Big play for the defense here in the Panthers. Snap back. They run a counter coming to the left. One tackle, and he's down, and he should be short. Nope. He's going to just have gotten the first down, and that is Cedric Ware on the carry.
Man, it's unbelievable. I'm not saying he's holding, but he's holding out there.
Yeah, no flag on the corner.
Joey Scopelite, he was like, man, why is this my jersey's getting tugged on the corner. That's hard, a hard block on those corners.
First down, Cedar Hill from the 44. They'll hand it off Ware. Check that. It's Daniels going right over the tackle, and they continue to do the rugby scrum as number 64 for Cedar Hill.
Chris Frazier, 6'1", 290.
The center grabbed onto the belt of Daniels and was trying to carry him down the field. That would be an interesting touchdown if you had an offensive lineman pick up your running back and carry him over the goal line.
Yeah, I don't know how the rules handle that assisted running the ball.
2 receivers to the far side. They're going to hand it off up the middle. That's where up Daniels again, and he's cut down by Reed Harrison Ducrow at the 40-yard line.
Nick Felix also in on the tackle, and you got to let us see the little guy getting in there.
Oh, it was. Sorry about that. I thought it was a 5. It was 2. I corrected myself.
I didn't want to correct you.
That's all right. I thought that was a 5. We got a 5 on one side and a 2 on the other, and both of them are phenomenal athletes.
Yeah, and from here they all look the same.
5 yards to gain for the first down. Handoff going right. Where? They stretch it out, and they're going to pull it. Football's on the ground. And Colleyville may have come up with it. It was stripped away, and they do.
They do.
And that's Reed Harrison Ducrow on the turnover. They stripped the football, and a nice job by Pelini now. Colleyville will take over and shut down that offensive possession.
Watch Pelini now. Puts his hand in there, knocks it out right there. Oh, no, it is Harrison Ducrow who got it out.
And got the football back.
Got the football as well.
Heads up play from Reed Harrison Ducrow.
I thought Pelini now got the wraparound where you yank the ball out, but Harrison Ducrow went in and knocked it out.
Colleyville offense will march out to the far side of the field. You know, this is kind of interesting. The hash marks, obviously, on a professional field are a little bit tighter than what you would see on a high school field.
They put little tiny marks.
Timeout.
Oh, do they?
Colleyville, their first charge in the first half.
Colleyville calls a timeout. 7:19 to go. They lead it by 2, 9-7 back on Champion Sports Radio after this.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Alongside Chris Bean, Thomas Lee, I'm Doug Branch. Let's go down to the sidelines and join our 4th member of our crew, Pete Nielsen.
Hey, Doug, that's the first time I've seen Coach Allman show any emotion on the sideline. Looked like they had a special play set up, but the right personnel wasn't on the field. Never want to burn a timeout after a turnover like that. Back up to you guys.
All right, Pete, good stuff. 3 receivers to the near side. Arnold goes into motion. Back to throw. Trevor Anderson got all kinds of time. Deep route to DeMarco Corbin, and Corbin was well covered and gave up on the pass that was about 5 yards out in front of him. Not Trevor Anderson's best attempt right there.
Yeah, not his best attempt, and I like Pete's report down from the sideline because we've talked to Darren Allman all year, and he's not really he's kind of like, okay, guys, let's go. You know, he's kind of like a dry guy, but really good to talk to.
I've talked to him, 10 weeks now?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. 3 receivers to the far side. Here's a screen, and this goes to a lineman as they pull down DeMarco Corbin in the backfield. He's looking for the interference or a hold, and it won't happen as the ball falls featherly to the football field for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, those kind of plays is interesting because at the line of scrimmage, I don't know if you can hold, but you can make contact. And when the ball's in the air, like for a screen pass like that, it's kind of a tough call for the officials.
Is featherly a word, by the way?
I like it, though.
You like it? 3rd down and 10. After the turnover, so far nothing. Anderson looking to throw. Got time, goes deep. Zeledon was open and he overthrew him, and that's what you mentioned, that he has a habit sometimes of just getting the ball too far out in front of his receiver, and had that been just a hair shorter, Jackson Zeledon would pull it down and be a nice gain for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's been a really great, it could have been a 40-yard gain for the Panthers, but he doesn't really have, he throws it, he doesn't have a touch to it, if that's a word. It's more of a throw than a touch pass.
So after the turnover, it's 3 and out as Stephen Bodish comes on to put the football in the air, headed west to the Cedar Hill Longhorns, who I might add are also champion sports team. Punts low, driving kick. It's going to hit and go forward, and it's going to be fielded right there and pulled down immediately is Lodge. Kind of a risky move by him, but he wanted to keep the football from going farther into their own area.
Yeah, that ball would at least went inside the 20-yard line. But Lodge, being an athlete that he is, he figures that he could control that ball and go down as fast as he can, maybe break something. But Colleyville Heritage Special Teams had really nice coverage on that play.
Justin McMillan, in at quarterback, has thrown for 1,869 yards this year. And you got to believe that they're going to take a shot vertically. Colleyville putting a lot of pressure up front. Blitz from Ryan Philippi, and the running back gets away. Daniels to the 40, 35, 30. He's pulling away from Scopolite, and that'll be a touchdown for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. And unfortunately, we saw that early on in the season. Poor arm tackling right there from the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, and they now trail 13-9.
Yeah, you can't let an athlete like Daniels get in the backfield, and I thought he was going to get a flag at the end of this play because he went in that corner of that end zone, looked at his sideline and threw up the X like Des Bryant, I guess, and the official ran over there and said, no, you don't want to do that again.
Line drive extra point by Brooks Ralph is good, and Cedar Hill has pulled back to a 5-point lead with 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. Nice handoff. Moore had a shot at him. Reed Harrison Ducrow, Crouch, and Scopolite just had nothing in the burners to be able to get to Denver Daniels, who takes it to the house.
Yeah, Scopolite, as soon as he started breaking, Daniels is an athlete, and I don't see Joey Scopolite keeping up with him as soon as he broke him. The next guy that had much of a chance was the last guy, which I believe was Nick Felix. He had the angle, but not that much.
Let's take a break. 14-9. Cedar Hill leads it. Back on Champion Sports Radio in a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Football is kicked. Ryan Philippi muffs it in the end zone, but he'll get back on it, and it'll be a touchback. Colleyville will take over at the 25, and Philippi with a little attitude there as he got bumped into, and then he authored the football into the back of one of the Cedar Hill players.
Yeah, and I think the official, because after that he kind of tossed it back at the Cedar Hill guys, but the official, the Cedar Hill guys are like, oh, he threw me the ball, and then he looked at him and says, yeah, but you went and hit him first, so I should give you a foul.
And they should throw the flag. They do not do it. Colleyville's got the football at the 25. Anderson working left, looking downfield. Nobody open, and he throws it away. Had 2 receivers standing right next to each other. That was Prescott and Jackson Zeledon. Typically not a pattern that you run.
Yeah, you don't try to put both receivers next to each other. I don't think that's usually in the playbook. Usually someone ran the wrong route.
Coming up, it's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show with Thomas Lee. 6 minutes and 31 seconds till that happens in game time. Here's a quick flare out, and I believe that was Zeladon, and it was. Nice reception and a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 5, a manageable first down yardage for Colleyville.
Exactly what I was going to say, a manageable. You need to get into manageable downs at this point, and you need to answer. Because if Colleyville doesn't answer, Cedar Hill will keep answering.
Snap back. Anderson wants to throw. Now he gets flushed out to his right-hand side, and he's pulled down. And that's number 4, Richard Moore, who has 82 tackles, 32 assisted tackles. That's getting in the backfield a lot.
Yeah, and 10 sacks on the year. It looks like that will be his 11th. He 6'1", 205 senior, a guy that, knows how to win, especially here at Cedar Hill. Probably, all 4 years on the Cedar Hill football program.
Back to punt Bowdish. High snap. He's able to snare it, and he's going to get this off, and it's the side of his foot. This is a short punt. We'll have to see where they mark it. It was from the 25 to the... This may only be about a 15-yard punt to the 41. So 16 yards on the punt as Bowdish shanked it after he got the high snap.
Yeah, but it was an athletic play by Bowdish because if that thing goes over his head, you're looking at maybe a touchdown for Cedar Hill because they were rushing. I think at that point you just have to calm down and go through your motion and just, stroke the ball like you usually do on a normal punt. He kind of rushed a little bit, went off the side of the foot, and here 15-yard punt later.
I like the flag guys for Cedar Hill. They look like candy stripers. For those of you that are old enough to remember the candy stripers. Back to throw, McMillan. Set up on the right-hand side, and this one is busted up, and what a great job. And I believe that was Pelini now and Ja'Cory Williams. It was Elijah Moore. No, it was Pelini now.
No, Elijah Moore was on the catch.
Moore on the catch. Yes. Sorry about that.
He was the wide receiver out in the out. I was trying to help you out a little
Sorry
bit.
about that.
Sorry.
I'm a little under the weather today, so I'm slow.
Fight through it.
I am. I'm here.
That's what football players do. They fight through it.
Handoff inside, coming off the left edge and making the tackle is that guy again, Ja'Cory Williams. And they're starting to dial up pressure from the edges, and it's been effective.
Ja'Cory Williams has been effective all year. As soon as Trevor Anderson kind of had to go into the quarterback role, taking him out of the safety role, Ja'Cory Williams has really stepped up when they've been juggling people around.
Under 4:30. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Under 4:30 to play. Cedar Hill's got it at the 44-yard line of the Panthers. Snap back, looking to throw McMillan. The left-hander got a man downfield. He's going to run with it. He's got room, too, to the 35, and then he's stuck at the 34-yard line by Jared Crouch. Tell you what, he does not drop his shoulder down and try and run anybody over.
And they're going to run their offense out there something real quick. And technically, if Colleyville wanted to sub, they could, but they don't.
It's going to be a direct snap to Ware. Ware takes it right. More action going on in the secondary between Jared Crouch.
Yeah, number 84. Josh Stewart, 6'3", 190-pound wide receiver. Looks like they were a little hand fighting.
Yeah, also the punter. That's why I couldn't find him. I knew I had seen him. Snap back, handoff coming left, and pulled down right away as he was buried onto the ground was Jason Williams. He had been tackled from behind, but he's able to get the tackle. Now we've got a little extra action.
Yeah, there's a flag on this, but it'll be interesting to see because one of the Colleyville Heritage defenders were shoved over the pile. He was just standing there looking down, and next thing you know, he went over the pile.
Yeah, it was Jacob Moore that was shoved over, and it was number 72, 6'3", 275-pound senior Randy Christian.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, offense number 72. The 15-yard penalty, second down.
So that'll back the Longhorns all the way to the 44-yard line.
That's a big boy out there. 6'3", 275 Randy Christensen.
Timeout, Cedar Hill. Their second charge of the first half.
3:15 to go. Cedar Hill leads it 14-9 from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Back on Champion Sports Radio after this.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Back at AT&T Stadium, Cedar Hill's got the football at the, well, we'll call it right at the 45-yard line. Alongside Chris Bean, Thomas Lee, down on the field, Pete Nielsen. I'm Doug Branch. 14-9 lead for the reigning state champion, Cedar Hill Longhorns. 5 receivers will go into the pattern. McMillan looks to throw, pulls it down, and he's got a lot of daylight to run to. And now, bad tackling, and he's going to score. Instead of wrapping him up, they just tried to bump him down, and that doesn't work, especially with a kid who's 6'2", 190.
Yeah, it doesn't work, and no one, they're trying to hit him. You need to tackle him. I mean, it was all like, oh, let's just bounce off him, try to get it. When that guy's running downhill, I mean, the guy's going to LSU and as a quarterback or an athlete, and it's unbelievable. The Colleyville Heritage Panthers need to tackle. They look like the Abilene game from the first year of the season, where they had a really tough time against the Abilene Eagles and the running back, where they couldn't tackle anybody. And that was one of the big things that Darren Allman also told us. That we couldn't tackle the first game of the year. And just like that, they're down 2 scores.
Yeah, you don't want to not be able to tackle the last game of the year either. Cedar Hill's going to go for it. Handoff. A little dipsy-do and caught. No! Dropped by the quarterback, and he got stuck by Ryan Phillippe. Just don't say anything.
You know, at some point, if you watch this play on the video board when they show the replay, if they do, it almost looked like they kind of drew this up in the sand. Not that play.
Yeah, that was poor tackle.
Yeah,
all right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more on Champion Sports Radio. It's 20-9. Cedar Hill has climbed back into this one, and they lead it now by 11. Back in a moment.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute. Online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Cedar Hill leads your Colleyville Heritage Panthers 20-9. 3:05 to go here in the second quarter, and Colleyville needs a score on this drive as Cedar Hill will get the ball to start the second half. Phillippe almost runs out of the end zone. This could be a safety.
No, he didn't get all the way.
He did not get out of the end zone. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is there's a word for it. I better not use it.
Yeah, you got to be a smart football player, and Ryan Phillippe has been a smart football player all year for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, and
he's getting an earful from Nick Felix as they come off the field. Phillippe receives the ball in the end zone. I believe one of his right foot hit the goal line.
The ball has to completely come out of the end zone. It was in his left arm, so he kind of knew where he was running with it.
On offense, they'll send 3 receivers to the near side. DeMarco Corbin behind Trevor Anderson. He's rolling left, got a receiver open. Caught, that's Max Crosby. Crosby, boy, lower your head, son, and run somebody over with that 6'4", 220-pound body.
Crosby, we haven't seen him out in the pass pattern very often this year.
That may be his first catch of the year, as far as I recall.
Yeah, usually used as a blocker. And
no, he's actually got 8 for 158 and a touchdown. He just doesn't catch the ball many times. I don't remember those 8, but
yeah, I don't remember the touchdown.
But then again, they've got a player listed in the stats that doesn't even play, Boffinger. Here's a run right. DeMarco Corbin breaks 2 tackles. He's going to turn the corner and get positive yards out of it. Positive yards in the way of a 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 46.
I love the way DeMarco Corbin runs. He's a power guy. He's one of the guys that puts your head down and kind of run over. He's not going to break away from you, but he will run over you.
2nd down, looks like 2 now. They gave him 8 yards on the carry. Ball spotted just outside the 45 at the 46. Snap back. Anderson looking to throw. Plenty of time. Gets the ball off. Crosby wide open. Oh, that's head to head.
Head to head.
That's got to draw a flag.
Oh my gosh.
Really? No flag?
I like to see the replay on that one.
Wow.
That was right there is
and
your
Darren
definition of targeting right here.
I mean, this is the epitome of it.
This is your definition. Oh, yeah.
He got him in the back, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't look like.
Oh, and then you get into his face. I don't know if I'd get into Max Crosby's face if I was the defensive back, number 1, DeAndre Bradley.
3rd and 2. Motion, Arnold going left. Hand off to Marco Corbin. He's got room up the middle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Stiff arm at the 20, and he stopped, pulled down there, and he may have hurt his left leg. No, he is okay. Looked like he may have hyperextended the left leg as he threw out the big stop sign. But a nice run, and definitely in scoring position now are your Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Actually, it was the right leg.
Yeah, really nice job of trying to do that stiff arm out there. Like I told you, he's not a guy that's going to run away from you, but he knows how to use that stiff arm.
Snap back, handoff, going left. Corbin. And he's going to get down close to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, almost goal to go.
Yeah, we need to hold on to the ball, son. It's one thing that DeMarco Corbin has had a hard time this year when it comes close to the end zone is holding on to the ball.
He's lost a few of
them. He's
them.
done better, though. He has done better. Coach Allman says that
I'd like to see a clear out left. Anderson. And he's pulled down. And man, Travis Gibson got his front toe and just dropped him. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down from the 11.
It's hard to run away from Travis Gibson, let me tell you. He's such a long guy.
1:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at halftime, it's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show with Thomas Lee. 3rd down and 8. Snap back. Anderson looking to throw. Got a man. Caught. And that's Arnold, and he's going to be pulled out of bounds. How is the clock not stopped there? Forward progress was stopped, I guess, and it's down to the 7. So.
No, the clock's running.
No. Well, yes, but the official, he pulled him out of bounds. You'd think the clock would stop right there, but no.
Timeout. Colleyville.
Colleyville will take a timeout.
Timeout of the first half.
That's their 2nd timeout.
Colleyville really needs a score here because Cedar Hill has the ball starting the 2nd half, and you can't get. You need to get close.
Yeah, they're going to kick also. I can see the coaches on the big screen yelling field goal.
Okay. So get within striking distance. At least you're down by 8 if you kick a field goal right here, and just.
Well, it's within 1 score anyway.
We're 1 score, right? So make 1 score. You don't want a 2-score game. You want to be close.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington, alongside Chris Bean, Thomas Lee, Pete Nielsen down on the sidelines. I'm Doug Branch here on Colleyville Heritage Panther Football, Champion Sports Radio. This is game number 2 of 3 games today on Champion Sports Radio. Final game is this evening. They say 8 o'clock, but we think closer to 9:30, 10.
Thanks.
There will be a pregame show before that, I'm assuming. Do not know when. Check the website as to when it will go. Field goal, Max Allen, and my goodness.
Jeez.
I'm not sure what he kicked. I think he may have kicked the tee and not the football, but it goes through.
That's huge for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers to get those points, be down 20-12. You just need to actually, what we need to do is take a break.
Take a break. Let's do that. 20-12. Cedar Hill leads. Back on Champion Sports Radio in a moment.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
Back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Don't try it, Doug. Just don't
Pat
try
Summerall.
it, Doug. Pat Summerall never actually.
I'm Pat Summerall.
Here's a true or false question: did Pat Summerall ever do a game here at AT&T Stadium?
He did not.
Are you sure?
Did he do one?
He did one
before he passed on to the greater good.
Yes, he did the first Cotton Bowl here at AT&T Stadium.
Somebody better get a hand on this one, or it's going to go to the house. There's a flag down.
A flag. He's not going to the
Poor
house.
Tackling one more time. Holden Lyons finally pulls the shorts down on the returner. That was Jaylon Jackson.
Here's a call.
Jackson's going to try to take that one to the house with 30 seconds
During
to go
the return, holding 84 of the receiving team. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Cedar Hill.
Number 84 is the punter, man of many jobs.
Are you trying to find him on
Josh Stewart.
Josh
no,
Stewart.
I'm just kind of.
Come on.
I'm in my slow mode today.
Come on, just pick it up.
It has not been a pretty morning for one Doug Branch.
And when you talk about morning, are you talking like early
I'm talking
morning?
from 1 o'clock on.
Feel sorry for your wife.
Oh, she was a trooper. Dude, she took care of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a happy married man when the wife takes care of me. Here's a handoff up the middle, holding on to it. Philippi sticks his shoulder in and buries the runner, and that's Ware picks up 10 yards and the first down, as Colleyville's gonna give them whatever they want right here other than a touchdown. 21 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, but you need to put some pressure on the McMillan here.
They're going to throw here. McMillan got a man downfield, and it looks like, it was caught. Wow, right over the top, as Jared Crouch thought he had an interception, and no. Darius Harper comes down with the reception. And just like that, Cedar Hill's in business. With 5 seconds to go, they'll get one more play right over the top of Jared Crouch.
Timeout, Cedar Hill. Their third and final timeout of the first half.
That is an unbelievable catch.
That was Alvin Harper-ish, wasn't it?
Yes, that is an unbelievable catch by an unbelievable athlete, Darius Harper. 5'10", 170-pound senior. That is memorable.
I bet you that young man could probably get close to the rim and dunk with those kind of ups.
Jeez, just over the back. You know what that reminded me of is Michael Irvin in the Super Bowl in the corner where he jumped over the DB's back, caught the ball, and dove for the end zone. Now, obviously he wasn't even close to the end zone on that one, but set up for a field goal here for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. But, you know, this is not a chip shot field goal for Cedar Hill, let me tell you.
For Brooks Ralph.
Because I've seen two of his field goals so far, and yeah, not really the.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to also watch for the fake here. I would not put it past Cedar Hill to fake the football right here. Philippi will sit back at the 5-yard line to make sure that doesn't happen. It'll be spotted at the 24, making a 34-yard attempt for Ralph, who has hit a number of line drives. Snap is back. This one is much better. And he splits the upright, so Cedar Hill answers as time runs out here in the first half. Cedar Hill leads it 23-12. Back with the Jason Ridley. What do we got? Oh!
Pete Nelson.
All right.
We're looking for Pete Nelson, who's down on the sidelines here.
Yeah, he's going to hook up with head coach Darren Allman. We'll go to him momentarily. Unless he lost him.
Now
Let's go down to Pete.
With Darren Allman here on the sideline, coach, football team plays a really good, outstanding defensive half except for a couple of big plays.
Well, we got to get off the field on defense and do that by making more first downs on offense. So we played too many plays defensively. We have played well, but we're getting a little bit tired right now. We've played too many plays in the first half on defense. So offensively, we got to make more first downs than that to give ourselves a chance. And we found a little room running the ball. We're going to try to come back to some of that stuff that's working in the first half, run the ball better.
Go to work. We'll see you after the game. Thanks. That's Darren Allman. Very beat still, guys. Back.
All right, thanks, Pete Nielsen. When we come back, it's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. That comes up next.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the team and advertise during these games. Advertising during high school broadcasts allows your business to reach thousands of local fans right from your community. We use the latest technology in sports broadcasting so that fans at the game will be able to listen live to the broadcast and the commercials. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all of these well-deserving student athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply cannot be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck. And best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at ChampionSportsRadio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/CSR facebook.com/championsportsradio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @ChampionSports and facebook.com/championsportsradio, your home for championship social media.
Back at AT&T Stadium, it's halftime. The Jason Ridley Agency halftime show alongside Chris Beam. I'm Doug Branch. Chris, a 9-0 lead. Colleyville gets out on top of this very powerful Cedar Hill Longhorns squad, but they fight back and are able to take the lead 23-12 into halftime.
Yeah, Doug. The Colleyville Heritage Panthers in the first half, 9-0 lead, obviously, that you said, and it's one of those situations where you got to keep up the intensity. You got to keep coming at them, and I think they kind of sat back on the 9-0 lead, and Cedar Hills, they're a champion, and they're going to come at you, and that's what happened with basically 20 unanswered points.
Well, you're exactly right, and I think actually the 9-0 lead caused the defense to a little bit sit back on their heels, and in doing so allowed Cedar Hill to start running the football. They don't pass it necessarily very effectively, but they will run it, and unfortunately for Colleyville, it's been a story of arm tackling like game one in Abilene, and they have not been the victors in that battle.
Yeah, definitely. They need to get in the locker room. They need to look themselves in the mirror and say, hey, we can win this game. That's one thing that they need to look, because I don't think anybody in the Metroplex picked Cedar Hill to be out in the first round against Colleyville Heritage. But right now, looking at a 23-12 halftime deficit for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, they've played with the champions, and they just need to get a little more confidence, and they can come out the second half and see what they're really made of.
Well, Trevor Anderson had one real nice pitch and catch to Camden Arnold, 48 yards for a touchdown, but they have not been able, or he has not been able to connect downfield much after that. A couple of wheel routes to DeMarco Corbin that he was well covered on and kind of gave up on the routes, and they've been able to hit one across the middle, but they have not gone with that same set that got Camden Arnold wide open, 45 yards behind the Cedar Hill defense.
Yeah, and Trevor Anderson's going to be the key to the second half, because Trevor Anderson hasn't had a great, I mean, he had one good throw the first quarter, and other than that, he's kind of been a little bit mediocre in a way. He needs to step up the second half, step into his throws, be confident with your arm. And right now, he doesn't seem like he's kind of just lofting the ball up there and hoping his wide receivers will run under it. And that's one thing that he's going to be huge for the second half, because you know that they know DeMarco Corbin can run the ball, and that's the one person that Cedar Hill knows that can beat them, because the running back position has beat Cedar Hill this year. And they said if we can stop the running back, we know that the quarterback can't hurt us. But if Trevor Anderson starts to hurt them, you'll start seeing them set back a little bit on defense, and that'll open up holes for DeMarco Corbin.
4 games on tap today here in beautiful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The first one was a Denton Guyer 59-28 win over the Plano Wildcats. This game ongoing right now, obviously a Cedar Hill 23-12 lead over Colleyville Heritage. Up next after this one, it's the Allen Eagles and Keller Central Indians. That is to get underway around 5, although I don't believe for a second that game is going to start at 5 o'clock. And then the finale tonight, it's Euless Trinity and South Grand Prairie. They say 8 o'clock, but we think closer to 9:30. So a full slate of activity from here at AT&T Stadium. It's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. Colleyville Heritage trails the Cedar Hill Longhorns 23-12. Back with more on the halftime show after this timeout.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student-athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow at Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/championsportsradio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and facebook.com/championsportsradio, your home for championship social media.
At AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Cedar Hill Longhorns lead the Colleyville Heritage Panthers 23-12 alongside Chris Beam, Thomas Lee, Pete Nielsen down on the field. I'm Doug Branch. It's halftime, the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. And Chris, real quick, let's go ahead and go through these scoring summary. Well, no, you know what? Let's just do stats. We'll go ahead and do stats here for the first half. For the leading Cedar Hill Longhorns, they have a total of 312 yards, 13 first downs, 28 rushes for 243 yards. That's what, about 18 yards a carry?
Yeah, and most of those yards are coming from Denver Daniels, who has 7 carries for 113 yards and a score. He's averaging 16 yards a carry, Doug.
Check that. That's actually 8.68. I misread it. I thought it said 18.
No.
And now it's gone.
Yeah. Also carrying the ball for the Cedar Hill Longhorns, obviously, Aka Cedric Ware, who has 15 carries. It looks like the Colleyville Heritage defense is kind of queuing on him because he only has 59 yards, but he does have that one score, the one score that put Cedar Hill up 20-9 late in the second quarter.
McMillan is 4 of 6 with an interception, but what's made him dangerous is in the pocket. He's able to scramble out, and when he scrambles out, he's hard to bring down. Went for a really nice touchdown run on behalf of Cedar Hill, and that was the play that kind of spread and broke this game open a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing they really need to do because Justin McMillan's looking to pass down the field, and the defense isn't getting a lot of pressure and not staying in their gap control a little bit, and he's been breaking out, and when he gets in the open field, it's almost like a punt return, Doug, where he's just zooming in and out of the Colleyville Heritage defenders, and it's been tough sledding for the defense against McMillan tonight.
McMillan has thrown for 69 yards. I mentioned the interception. Running the football, Denver Daniels, 7 attempts for 113 yards. And you got to believe with a guy like Cedric Ware on your team that's going to USC, there's probably a lot of scouts, coaches, recruiters in the building. And when you can put up a game like that, you can change your stock in a hurry.
Yeah, and sometimes what happens is a scout comes to see a guy like Cedric Ware, and then you look down but this Denver Daniels kid is not bad himself, because that's kind of what happens a lot of times with even in the NFL. We found a guy from LSU who's a special teams player. We're looking at one guy, and next thing you know, we got another guy who wasn't even going to be drafted as a special teams player for us, and he's still in the league.
And that's for the Dallas Cowboys, of course, as you speak.
Yeah.
Correct? All right, Justin McMillan has been dangerous with his feet. 4 rushes for 73 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, we mentioned Cedric Ware, 15 attempts for 59 yards and a touchdown. Those are the 3 scores. I'm still a little perplexed at why they went for 2. It's not like you've got a win condition, or that's still.
They're trying to go up 21 to 9, I guess. That's what would have made it.
No, it was 20. They missed the 2-point conversion.
That's right,
it would have been 22.
Well, I don't know.
And I'm the sick one.
Yeah, you're the sick one. Hey, they told me I didn't need to do math in this job.
Yeah, you didn't need to do math. All right. Well, Fort Colleyville, real quick. 164 total yards, 5 first downs. They're going to have to pick that up. 17 rushes for 90 yards. That's 5.9 or 2.9 per carry. 12 attempts at throwing the football, caught 5 times for 74 yards. They've punted the ball 5 times. Cedar Hill has yet to put the football in the air, and they have not had any penalties or turnovers. Trevor Anderson has thrown, of course, for 74 yards. When we come back, we will have Thomas Lee. No, we'll keep it right here. Thomas Lee with your scoring summary that's brought to you by Jason Ridley Agency. It's the Jason Ridley Agency halftime show. Here's Thomas Lee.
Thank you, Doug. Let's take a look at how we got to where we are right now. 23-12, your score. Cedar Hill won the toss. They decided they wanted to wait and have their decision in the second half. They deferred. Colleyville Heritage takes over. And the opening drive, well, not the best in the world. They do pick up a first down, 5 plays, 24 yards, took just over 2 minutes off the clock, had to punt it back to the dangerous defending state champion Cedar Hill Longhorns. But beautiful job pinning them down deep as Cedar Hill started on their own 8-yard line. They run 3 plays. They actually lose 4 yards. And sometimes in the playoffs, it comes down to the third phase of the game, the special teams. And that worked out very, very well for Colleyville Heritage.
And the Cedar Hill Longhorns will punt from underneath their goalpost.
Snap it over this guy's head. Let's watch this.
It's Josh Stewart, and he
Bam!
did.
Over his head.
Nice call by Chris Bean. And 2 points on the board for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers with the safety, and they will get the football back.
Great job by the special teams executing, getting them pinned down deep. And then, of course, the mistake by Cedar Hill results in the first 2 points of the ball game going the way of the Heritage Panthers. As a result of the safety, they get great starting field position on their next drive, starting on their own 43-yard line, pick up a couple of first downs, but it was the big pass play that really got the offense in gear and into the end zone.
3 receivers to the far side. 6:15 to play in quarter number 1. Rolling left. Anderson's got all kinds of room. He'll throw the football wide open down the field. Touchdown, Colleyville Heritage Panthers. And that goes for 48 yards. And what a pitch and catch from Trevor Anderson.
9-0 at that point as the extra point is up and good. Cedar Hill takes over on their second possession. A little breathing room this time on their own 25-yard line. Pick up 3 first downs, 7 plays, 50 yards down the field. Everything going the Longhorns' way. But the 7th play, well, that one did not end so well for the defending state champs.
First down at the 25 for the Longhorns. Again from the shotgun. They'll hand it off. Now they're going to fake it. This one's going to go left-hand side wheel route. Nice pass, and it's picked. Nick Felix has got it fall down, young man. He does, and it's an interception. Nick Felix, he read it the whole way. The quarterback, Justin McMillan, never saw him.
He did that.
So the INT with a 9-0 lead. The Panthers take over. But this is when the Longhorn defense really strapped on their headgear and went to work. The first of 4 consecutive 3-and-outs forced by Cedar Hill. When they get the ball back after the first one, they take over at their own 33-yard line. They ended up fumbling it away. All these chances for Colleyville Heritage, and they're sitting pretty up 9-0. Another 3-and-out, though, gives Cedar Hill the ball on their own 24-yard line. This time it did not take long at all for the Longhorns with another explosive play. So many weapons to turn to. Cedric Ware, Justin McMillan, DeMarcus Lodge. Well, this time they decided to go for option number 4.
Philippi and the running back gets away. Daniels to the 40, 35, 30. He's pulling away from Scopolite, and that'll be a touchdown for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. And unfortunately, we saw that early on in the season. Poor arm tackling right there from the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, and they now trail 13-9.
That was after a 5-yard touchdown run for Cedar Hill. So that was the second touchdown right there as Cedric Ware scores the first one. The second one courtesy of the long run bouncing off tacklers. And it goes the distance, and that gives Cedar Hill their first lead of the ball game with 6:38 left to go in the half. Big explosive play there. Another 3-and-out forced by the Longhorn defense. And with 5:20 left to go, they take over in plus territory at the Heritage 41. And 2 plays later, again, just too much brute strength on the side of the Longhorns.
5 receivers will go into the pattern. McMillan looks to throw, pulls it down, and he's got a lot of daylight to run to. And now, bad tackling, and he's going to score. Instead of wrapping him up, they just tried to bump him down, and that doesn't work, especially with a kid who's 6'2", 190.
That was a quarterback, Justin McMillan, as he weaved through the defense, bounced off a tackle, and took it to the house from 45 yards out. That makes it 20-9. A little bit of momentum gathered by Heritage, though, at the end of the half. A nice drive. Took 2:25 off the clock. An 8-play, 68-yard drive, picked up a couple first downs, resulting in a 24-yard field goal to make it a 1-score game, 20-12. But a huge pass play as it was Darius Harper hauling it in down deep in Heritage territory, gave the Longhorns a chance to trot out the field goal unit. 34-yard field goal up and good, and at the break, that is your score, 23-12. Cedar Hill leads Colleyville Heritage, but the Panthers are going to come out, make some great adjustments. All the faith in Darren Allman. He's tried, tested, and proven that his methodology is very successful in the postseason. We'll look forward to seeing those adjustments here in a moment. Step aside for a break. When we come back, Doug and Chris take back over as we resume the second half of play. It's the Jason Ridley halftime show. Colleyville Heritage Panther football continues in a moment on Champion Sports Radio.
Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, go Panthers.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Shell experts here to talk about the protective shield you see at Shell stations all over the country.
Featuring us.
It's there to remind you that no other gasoline protects your engine better than Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
Mm-hmm.
Now with 20% more cleaning agents than before.
Performance-robbing gunk doesn't stand a chance because your intake valves and fuel injectors are protected.
Actively shielded.
Hence the big protective shield here.
So try Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines today. No other gasoline protects your engine better.
For quality auto service and repair, See the folks at Flat Shell on Preston Road at I-635.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington alongside Chris Beam, Thomas Lee, I'm Doug Branch. Let's go down to the sidelines and our fourth member of our crew, Peter Nielsen.
Hey, guys. A good conversation with Cedar Hill head coach Joey McGuire, and his description of his team's play in the first 5 or 6 minutes was, Pete, I've never seen us come out in a fog like that, but he's real happy with how they came out after that, the last, second half of that second half. And I asked about why Ware wasn't playing very much, and I know you guys mentioned it in your part in the broadcast, and simply, he's the other back, Daniels, is a better zone runner, and that's why he's getting to play. But be prepared. It's going to be Ware time for Cedar Hill. Back up to you.
All right, thanks, Pete Nielsen. Great work down on the sidelines for us this afternoon. And, of course, as far as I know, Mr. Thomas Lee, he'll be here tonight for your game later. So I may be the only one that heads home, and for good reason, because I've been under the weather for the last 15 hours. But we're here. Wasn't going to miss this one. First time that the Colleyville Heritage Panthers have been in the playoffs under the mentorship of head coach Darren Allman. Teams are back out on the field. Holden Lions will set it up at the 40-yard line to kick it off, and Cedar Hill will send 4 men back. Only 2 of them go deep. And for Cedar Hill,
looks like Lodge is back, and Denver Daniels is also back.
Lodge and Daniels. I couldn't see through this little painted glass Jerry put here. It blurred my vision.
It's the only thing that's bad about this stadium is right there, right?
That is it. Yeah. Football is in the air. Comes down at the 3-yard line. That's Daniels. He'll come to the right. Finds a little seam. He's got room and blockers to the 30, and now the hole closes up, and he's going to be swallowed up and pulled down at the 34-yard line. So the Cedar Hill Longhorns will take over first down and 10 from there.
Thomas Lee doesn't like the walk either, apparently, in this building.
Well, it's 2 things. I've done so many playoff games at the old Texas Stadium. We actually could be between the 20s where I could see the whole thing. Now, I know he gave us this beautiful television, but my goodness, I sure like being where I could, where a press box should be. Hey, but as a businessman myself,
here's the funny
can't blame
thing
him.
Is, around the league, this is normal. Around the league, I mean, like, the funny thing is, like, you go to FedEx Field and the press box is in the end zone low, so it's like low end zone, kind of where the kind of the Hall of Fame level is. So at least this is a little bit higher, so you can see a little bit the players down there. It's hard to see like where the yard lines are.
I found myself going between live action on the field and looking up at the Jumbotron, kind of bad both ways, but it's nice to see the replays. Here's a pitch and catch out to Daniels on the right-hand side, up to the 35, and Jared Crouch will stop him there, give him maybe a yard on the gain. It will be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, there's a 5-yard penalty there, so it looks like he picked up about 6 yards there on the pitch and catch. And I like that those plays that you kind of get your running backs out in space because, like Pete said, he's more of a zone runner. So when you're in space, it's a little bit better for him.
Here comes the double reverse. Nice job, and the football's on the ground and it's recovered. Oh, they're going to say it's down. Who's got the red hanky today?
See, I was thinking about that because when the UIL should do is, all the games are broadcast on.
It was. His elbow hit the ground. So it was the right call by the officials.
Right call by the officials, yep.
What a nice job by Max Crosby, Reed Harrison DeCrow, and Nick Felix. 3rd down and 6. Snap, back handoff, going left. And might have gotten the first down is Cedric Ware. He's going to be, Chris says, about 6 inches short.
Yeah, about a foot. I was close.
They will go for it. 4th and a foot. Direct snap is going to come to Cedric Ware. Tries to find a hole. He gets to the outside. He's got the first down. Nice job on the tackle. Garrett Scotch coming over from his left defensive end position. Well, the snap was high again.
See, this is what I don't understand. Josh Stewart makes a block on Ryan Phillippe. Now, it's a block in the back, but he doesn't use his hands, but he kind of like bumps him out. It should have been a block in the back, but it was not called.
At the 49-yard line of the Panthers, Longhorns have it. First possession of the second half. Handoff inside. Ware will go, Cedric Ware. I've been calling him Ware, Cedric Ware, and Cedric Ware.
I saw a sign
I
out
get
there
paid
that said
for every word I use. I get
Ced
more money.
Ware?
Cedware?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
I'm sure at USC they're just going to call him Ced.
Johnny, they'll call him Heisman.
They call him freshman. That's what they're going to call him.
There you go. Handoff inside. Hit there is Daniels, and that was Jacob Moore in the backfield. Slowed him down for the remainder of the defense to come in and make the play, including Reed Harrison DuCrow and Max Crosby, along with Pelini now. I'll tell you what,
it's a big
he has been really quiet this year, has Pelini now, but really good linebacker.
Yes. He's been stellar throughout the year in a fill-in role because he hasn't been the starter.
They'll go, everyone standing up, throw out to the right, caught by Lodge. Lodge tries to make a move. He does. Ball's hanging out there. Somebody's just trying to rip it out of his hands, but too late. He's got a little attitude as he heads west after he's tackled.
Yeah,
that'll be a first down for the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
You can tell DeMarcus Lodge is ready to get into college, just the way how he presents himself on the field, how he runs with the ball. He's a big-time player, and he's ready to go to a big-time league.
Not committed anywhere, but can go anywhere he wants. Here's a handoff inside. This is Cedric Ware. Ware is pulled down, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Coming up on 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and Cedar Hill leading at 23-12.
Yeah, Pete did say we're going to see a lot of Cedric Ware, and we're seeing him in this first drive for Cedar Hill. They gave the ball to him a few times now, and see if he give it to him again.
Receiver to each side from the shotgun. Mullins to throw. Looking left, got a man going to the pylon. Felix falls down, touchdown. And that's Lodge. We just talked about it. DeMarcus Lodge, 6'3", 205, and that is a mismatch, unfortunately, on Nick Felix.
I want to see the replay here. I don't know if Lodge kind of shucked Felix in a way, basically grabbing him and throwing him to the ground. We'll probably see the replay after this field goal, knowing the guy working the Jumbotron today.
Extra point is good from Brooks Ralph.
And here it is right here. See if he shucks him.
Maybe a little push off, but
a little bit.
That was just the fact of Nick Felix had not turned around to look at the football, so he really didn't know where it was.
Yeah, a guy like DeMarcus Lodge is a guy that can go anywhere. That's what my mom wanted me to do, just go anywhere.
Cedar Hill has extended their lead 30-12 over the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. It's Heritage Panther football on Champion Sports Radio. Back in a moment.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.in.
Place for
Back in Arlington, where the Cedar Hill Longhorns have stretched their lead out to, what is that, 18 points? If I do my math right, that University of Texas education that both Thomas Lee and I have. I'm assuming you do, right? Didn't you go to Texas? Yeah. And for all the stuff you wear. I love it. Brooks Ralph puts it in the air. Phillippe's got it. He's going to be drugged down around the 17-yard line. Nice kick coverage unit. Cedar Hill as they get very quickly to Phillippe, who's had nowhere to go.
Phillippe's hurt too. He's on the ground. He's still on the ground down there.
I'll tell you what, it looked like a helmet hit him, and then he got up and he goes down. It looked like a helmet hit him on his wrist or hand area.
We know a lot about wrist injuries here at Colleyville Heritage, obviously. Colleyville losing Clayton Oliver week 3 against Lake Highlands, and got a chance to talk to Clayton before the game, and I asked him, you know, it kind of sucks that he has to be out, and he's like, yeah, so they would have cleared me December 1st, so obviously Colleyville Heritage would have to make a heck of a run into the playoffs to get him back out on the field. That looked like that would have been a semi-final game, but most disappointing for him was that he really wanted to go to a big school. He said he wants to go to a Big 12 school. He still wants to go to a Big 12 school, but he needs some playing time, and he said he's going to do the blue-gray game or the all-star game. I think it's the blue-gray high school game. So he's going to do that game, try to get some guys to look at him and get one of those big-time scholarships. He said he's looking at Oklahoma State and Baylor. Tell him if he goes with Baylor, he'll probably end up in the NFL because that's what we do at Baylor. We put people in the NFL.
Yeah, at Texas, we just win national championships.
Yeah, with crooks.
Oh, wow. Handoff going right. DeMarco Corbin trying to get free of the rugby scrum. He might have picked up a yard on the play, and it'll be second down, and we'll actually lost a yard, so we'll call it second and 11.
I'm just kidding about the crooks thing.
Right. Tell you what, the Texas program, I think, in the next year or so under Charlie Strong is going to make a remarkable comeback.
I thought you were going to say big changes because he's throwing everybody off the team.
Well, and I don't have a problem with that. Here's a pass
and
a nice
what a catch. Oh, what's that?
And guess who? That's your favorite guy.
It's my guy, Bohannon.
Nelson
Bohannon, right?
Yes, it is.
It's my
Nelson
guy.
Bohannon. I tell you.
I'm telling you, that kid.
The ball just sticks to him.
I'm telling you, in special teams, I mean, if I was a special teams coordinator at a college, I'm bringing that kid in. I promise you, that kid makes some special teams plays.
Anderson wants to throw over the middle, got a man, and he was hit in the back. Was Nico Torres, covered by Cedar Hill. That was number 5, Charlie Middleton, the 5'10", 175-pound senior.
I thought Middleton got there a little early, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did too. Nico Torres has not had the year that this Colleyville Heritage team thought that he might. But good news is he's got one more to go.
He's got one more left. Yeah, maybe they can find a white 85 white 85 for him next year.
There you go. Back to punt is Bodish. Down by 18. Bodish puts his right foot into it.
It's a good one.
It's going right towards Lodge. It's going to hit and go out of bounds at the 49-yard line? 48.
48, 49 and a half, kind of 49 looks like.
Let's go down to the sideline. Pete Nielsen.
Hey, guys, update on Connor Gillespie. He's fine. He'll be back out there defensively. He was in the defensive huddle and heard Coach Allman calling for him to get back out there on offense. So No, he'll be fine. So we'll have him back on the defense. Back up to you.
All right, Peter, thank you for that. Cedar Hill with fantastic starting position one more time. Boy, I saw the center right there just moved the ball about 8 inches forward of where it was sitting as he took his snap. I would have gone. I used to do that all the time. As soon as I saw that ball move.
Jeez.
Here's a run
How's
coming
that
right.
hold?
I don't know.
Explain that one to me.
And it's
Cedric
Ware with a first down run. They'll spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be about the 35-yard line, so give him 16 yards on the run over the right-hand side. And look who came in right at the end to put his mark on that tackle. It was big Jason Williams. Had a stellar year this year on the front side.
Yeah.
Front four for Colleyville. Mullins fakes the handoff. Left-hander looking to throw. Got a man open down the middle, and he overthrows him. And boy, that's a touchdown right there. Little bit disappointed in Darius Harper for not trying to dive and stretch out for that one. Your quarterback's going to throw you one, you go 100% on it.
Okay, so the guy jumps over someone's back, make a huge catch like that, but that play right there, there was an opportunity for him to lay out and catch that ball. I don't know. I mean, hey, heck of an athlete, let me tell you.
From the shotgun, Mullins, he'll throw it quickly out to the left to Lodge, and Lodge dispatches of Jared Crouch and his athletic supporter. And he's to the 5, and I don't know if they'll give him the touchdown. He ran over the pylon, but I don't think the football was over the pylon. So I think they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Well, they're lucky they marked him out at the 1 because I thought he lost control of the ball after he hit that one, and the ball went out the back of the end zone here.
He likes to do the Michael Irvin run where he puts it in one hand and just kind of holds it out there.
Yeah, he may want to get rid of that when he gets to college.
First and goal from the 1, snap back direct to Cedric Ware, who really doesn't even have to work hard to get in the end zone. He just follows his big lineman a foot and a half, and it's another rushing touchdown for the Cedar Hill Longhorns. And with an extra point, it'll give them a 37-12 lead over the Colleyville Heritage Panthers, who opened this thing up on top 9-0. Not a lot has gone well for them since. PAT is good. 5:23 to play, 37-12. Cedar Hill back on Champion Sports Radio after this.
In Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com. Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Boy, the guy who's going to put the football in the air couldn't be more appropriately named for how I feel. Brooks Ralph. The older ones of you will get that.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, from the 40, right foot into the ball. Philippi at the 5, coming right. Now he turns back to the left. He's got a hole to the 25, to the 30, and he's cut down at the 37-yard line. Williams on the tackle for the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
We've seen Ryan Philippi do that numerous times this year where he hits that hole. This is exactly what you want to see out of a kickoff returner. No hesitance. He just runs straight at the hole. Doesn't really care about who's going to come up and hit him, and he's been doing a heck of a job this year for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
37-12, Cedar Hill. Colleyville's got the ball at the 37. Snap back to Anderson, going left.
Nice block.
DeMarco Corbin with the stiff arm. He's to the 50 and runs into the 46-yard line before a host of Cedar Hill defenders pull him down, but it's another Colleyville Heritage Panther first down.
Yeah, really nice block on the outside by number 68 Patrick Blassingame for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. Got a nice pull and an outside seal.
3 receivers to the top side. They'll give it to Jamari Williams going right, and he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, give him about a foot on the gain. 2nd and 10 for Colleyville. 4:40 to go in quarter number 3. Alongside Chris Beam, Thomas Lee, down on the field, Pete Nielsen. I'm Doug Branch on Champion Sports Radio, your home, Colleyville Heritage Football. 3 receivers will come to the near side from the shotgun, looking to throw, fake, Anderson, he'll put it up. Got a man wide open and overthrows him. And that was Trey Arnold, number 17. And he was wide open. There wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him.
If you could put a little touch on that, it's unbelievable. Put a little touch on that, and that's it'd be a huge game for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. I'm sure Darren Allman's not really used to quarterbacks that, Austin Westlake had always came through with a huge, big arm quarterback, and Trevor Anderson's more of a runner.
Handoff inside to DeMarco Corbin, and Trevor Anderson has done a really good job. Corbin's still trying to run as they blow the whistle. He's done a really good job, admirable job filling in for Clayton Oliver. But boy, I'll tell you what, this is one of those lost seasons, unfortunately, when you get to the end of it, that you're going to go, what if?
What if?
Clayton Oliver had not gotten injured.
Man, Oliver's an accurate quarterback, pocket passer type. Have Trevor Anderson, because we saw Trevor Anderson come in and spill him sometimes and do the running plays that he's really good at.
Anderson looking to throw, getting rushed from the backside, uses his legs. Oh, what a nice block. Peeling back and sticking one of the linebackers.
My guy.
Was it?
Yeah, it was my guy.
Nelson Bohannon?
Yeah, it was Nelson Bohannon coming back. Watch this. He comes back. He comes back and boom, there he is.
Nice stick.
Got a nice little stick on the back side.
And I think that was enough for a Colleyville Heritage first down.
It was, yeah.
They moved the chain. So we're down into Cedar Hill territory at the 36-yard line. Snap back, going right to Bernie with his first carry. It hurdles the first defender, and he is pulled down. Quentin Jones was in there, but Toberny did a little hop, step, and a jump. Well, it wasn't really much of a high jump. He just had to go over him. Tell you, when Philippi took that back on the kickoff, I thought had he hurdled one step, he might have taken that to the house, just getting his legs out from under that tackle. Anderson to throw, coming to the near side, caught, and is that Camden Arnold?
Yeah,
it is. Camden Arnold. The only thing that the receivers don't have is that breakaway speed after they catch the football. Good hands from Camden Arnold.
Camden Arnold had the only touchdown for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers this evening.
3rd down and 2. Ball's at the 28-yard line. Snap back. Anderson's going to keep it, and Anderson gets body slammed. Jalen Penton, 6'1", 225, wraps his arms around Trevor Anderson and I'll tell you what, if he is only 225, oh, that's 53. I was looking at 54. 54 is a big boy.
Jalen Penton is 53, right?
Yes, he is.
Right, and he's 6'1", 225. And and looking at him, he looks like he's a little bit more than 225.
Well, I
thought he was like
Jones
250
is 6 foot,
at least
265, and that's who I thought made the tackle for a second. 4th down, snap back. Anderson looking left, got a man. Caught and stuck and dropped is DeMarco Corbin. And they will not get the first down. They'll turn it over on downs. Nice play by Perry. The defensive back who comes and sticks his head right in the chest of DeMarco Corbin after he catches the football.
Yeah.
Marcy Perry, 5'10", 185.
I'm not saying I'm hesitant about picking a play like that, a short kind of out of the backfield type play.
You got to get to the first.
You got to get to the first down marker. Just don't throw it out there. Cedar Hill has quick, fast athletes. That's what they're known for. They've always produced quick, fast guys, and you can't throw the short routes. You got to go to the sticks at least.
1:51 to go in the third quarter. Handoff, Daniels, left side over the guard, cuts back to the center. He's still on his feet. And I see 3 Colleyville Heritage Panthers standing, so the other 8 on the tackle.
Nice 14-yard gain for Daniels.
And he was hit
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
After 5 yards,
yeah,
he goes for 14.
Yeah, he got hit about 8 times, like you said, and drug the Colleyville Heritage Panthers down the field. Looks like Daniels is going off. It looks like he has some sort of injury.
May have just shook him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Scores from around the area real quick. Final from McLean Stadium in Waco. Rockwall 70-42 over at Coppers Cove. Big game for Rockwall. Handoff, left-hand side, snaking his way through. That is number 32, Elijah Moore.
Yeah, really nice tackle by Ryan Philippi, as always. Kind of a sure tackler for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers all year long. Kind of the leader on the defense, team captain.
He's had to make a lot more tackles than he probably wanted to.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle. A. Cedric Moore gets away from the tackle of Jacob Moore. Or A. Cedric, excuse me. It's not A. Cedric Moore. I'll get that right in a moment. It's where.
Jacob
as
Moore.
I'm starting to go downhill.
Jacob Moore.
I know.
Pelini now finished off the tackle.
Max Crosby also in to seal it up. Back to the 44-yard line. Hand signal to call the play from McMillan. Snap back. He'll hand it off up the middle. This goes nowhere because Pelini now is right there. You know, Colleyville has had their shining moments on defense. They've done a great job bringing pressure on the inside. Pelini now is one of them.
That defensive front for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers helps. Jason Williams and Keandre Johnson, Max Crosby, and Garrett Scotch helps kind of free up the linebackers because a lot of those guys have to have double teams.
We're at the end of the third quarter. Cedar Hill 37, Colleyville Heritage Panthers 12. They got a big mountain to climb if they're to move on to next week. We'll see if they can do it in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment on Champion Sports Radio.
Is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
First punt of the game for Cedar Hill. Philippi fields it at the 7, and he's dragged back to the 4-yard line. They'll give him forward progress out to the 8-yard line. So that's where the Panthers will take over as we start quarter number 4. Thomas Lee has got some important information for us. Thomas?
You mentioned the Rockwall win over Coppers Cove 70-42 earlier. Chris Warren, 25 carries, 164 yards, just 2 touchdowns, but Rockwall rolled up 719 yards of offense in that ball game. And, of course, the winner of this game will take on McKinney Boyd, Fossil Ridge winner from last night, 42-23 winner by Boyd. Dedrick Scribbins, 34 carries, 225 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's a bad, bad man for the Broncos.
Nicely said.
Yes, I was here last night, and I saw that bad man for the Broncos. He was bad.
Carter onto the field late for Colleyville. Handoff, nope. Anderson's going to throw. Got a man open. He fell down. Doesn't even know where the football is. Wow, Carter came in, and he was ready to go, and we do have a flag, and I believe it is going to be a roughing the passer. Personal foul, roughing the passer?
Yep, it's going to be personal foul. I'll just get the call from the referee.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 54. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Tell you what, if I had a hanky, I could throw. You know, we could probably set up a wire, and you just run the hanky down the wire and hit release at the right time like a little bomb, and it just falls onto the field. And then I can call it from up here.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, well, that's all right. Max Crosby in at tight end. On the left-hand side, to the left of the quarterback, Trevor Anderson is DeMarco Corbin. Now he'll set him up right behind him, 6 yards deep. Snap back, fakes the handoff, rolling left. Crosby throws and, almost hits the receiver, and that was that Zeladon or Arnold?
Yeah, no, Zeladon.
Jackson Zeladon at the 40-yard line, but just off his fingertips, and he was wide open.
They finally figured out that they need to start rolling Camden Arnold to his dominant side, because we saw this, especially in the Trinity game, where they'd roll him out towards his opposite arm. Obviously, he is a left-handed quarterback.
Snap back, handoff going right is Corbin. Got room, jumps the pile, and he's out to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2.
It's a manageable 3rd down. I like that. Opens up your options a lot, especially with the short 3rd down. You can throw, you can run. The long plays is what really gets you into trouble.
Tackled by Richard Moore, the 6'1", 205-pound senior for the Longhorns. Handoff to DeMarco Corbin going right. He's going to be drugged down just short of the 1st down. Let's see if they measure. And I can smell popcorn. Is that me? Do you smell popcorn there, Christopher?
Yeah. We're at a football stadium.
Oh,
usually
my gosh.
you smell
Thomas,
popcorn.
get ready to take over. Let me get out my Glad bag.
Timeout. Colleyville Heritage.
Perfect.
The first charge of the second half.
Perfect timing for that. We'll take it with them. Cedar Hill leads 37-12, 10:39 to go in quarter number 4. It's Colleyville Heritage Panther football on Champion Sports Radio.
UT scores 2 points. There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
UT scores 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Alongside Chris Bean, Thomas Lee, Peter Nielsen, I'm Doug Branch from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Colleyville Heritage Football on Champion Sports Radio. DeMarco Corbin is going to set up in the jumbo formation. They'll hand it off. And he's got him, maybe gone to the 40, 45, 50, cuts back. He's got room to the 40. He can outrun the defender to the corner. He'll score, but he runs out of gas. And what a cerebral play as the jumbo formation was blown up in the backfield, and we do have a flag down. This may be a hold. Hold on a second.
No, it's not. It's a personal foul number 2.
So that'll get tacked on to the end of the run.
After the play, personal foul, defense number 2. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Tell you what,
I saw number 2 and Crosby just jawing right in front of the referee. And I'm talking, this is from here about 40 yards away from the actual play and right in front of the referee. And the referee just looks at number 2 and just like throws the flag up in there like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I'm right here.
Like Spinoli,
yes,
man, what's up with that?
Man.
Fast times at Ridgemont High.
Jeez.
I got to use that reference earlier. We're all athletic supporters. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap back, Anderson looking right. He'll throw to the corner. Got a man? Oh, goodness gracious. And as good as Camden Arnold was on his first catch, it was the opposite there. That one is in his hands. Should have been a touchdown on a great pass from Trevor Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson doesn't put it right on him. Perfect pass. And, right through his fingertips.
He just closed the hands a little too quick.
Wow.
Second down from the 15.
Write that play down, Doug.
Nelson Bohannon in motion. Handoff to Marco Corbin, and he will walk in. Where has that play been all year?
And the Cedar Hill defense are arguing amongst themselves, it looks like.
Didn't look like they were set up very well.
No, and one of their players just ran over there and hit the other player in the head. I mean, you could call a personal foul on his own player. He is mad. Now, number 4 for the Cedar Hill Longhorns is fuming mad at that play because the hole just opened up, and DeMarco Corbin, that's when you say walk the dog.
Walk the dog, Brad Sham.
There you go.
All right. I don't know what was going on there. Somebody was rolling around like a dog. Here's a pass. That's got to be interference, and it was. Colleyville will get another chance, and DeMarco Corbin points the finger at the guilty defender.
Yeah, Charles Middleton, the
no relation to Henry?
I have no idea. The right cornerback hit.
Pass interference, defense number 5. Half the distance to the goal, retry.
It's funny because when he hit DeMarco Corbin when the ball was in the air, the ball goes over his head, and he does the whole like, oh, it's no. And I'm like, dude, it's a foul. You can't do that.
37-18. It's a 19-point game. Colleyville's going to still go for 2 now that it's moved up to the 1-yard line. And my guess is I see Tank Johnson out there, so we're going to go jumbo right.
Jumbo.
Isn't that a Bob Marley
Jason
song?
Williams
Jumbo,
also is out there, it looks like.
There's a song, isn't there? Jumbo. Wait a second. That's Limbo.
Yeah. Max Crosby. It looks like we have all the defensive line.
Thomas, you didn't laugh at that.
3 of the 4 starting defensive line for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers are out there. Crosby, Williams, and Tank Johnson.
Snap back. Corbin dives, throws it towards the goal line. I don't think he made it. They call him short, and they just wave it off. There you go. The official on this side doesn't really know what to call. The official on the far side waves it off, and we still got some jawing going on between Tank Johnson and a number of players on the Cedar Hill Longhorns defensive squad. Boy, that time, Jason Williams just flat out got beat to the point of attack.
Well, Jason Williams is not usually used to playing offense unless it's those jumbo sets. A lot of times you'll bring in those defensive linemen just to get them excited, but not a great blocker.
37-18, Cedar Hill leads. Your Colleyville Heritage Panthers back after we step away for this timeout.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back at AT&T Stadium, let's go down to the sidelines and our Peter Nielsen.
Hey guys, got an update. Ryan Philippi, you saw him come out earlier after the kickoff return, came back into the game, just got the ankle re-taped. Looks like he's going to be able to come back in again for the defense.
All right, Peter, thank you very much for that update. Great, stellar work down there. And I'll tell you what, as high up as we are here, you got a good vantage point down there. I enjoy that on Cowboy Sundays.
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
Yeah, I got you involved.
I thought I was a regular now.
Seems to be. Just can't.
Daniel wants me.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
That's Max Allen to kick up. It's going to be a onside kick, and this is a perfect one. And it's picked up, and running forward is Reed Harrison Ducrow. And I can't tell whether it went 10 yards or not.
Yeah, we've got 2 flags and a hat.
Let's go down to Pete.
Guys, the first Colleyville Heritage player touched it before 10 yards, and then it looked like Felix recovered it after, so that's what all the flags are. It's going to be a Cedar Hill football.
It looks like we could also have an offsides because one's at the spot at the spot of the kickoff. So it looks like we'll have an offsides as well.
Somebody call the Maytag man. Lots of dirty laundry on the field.
We got 5. I didn't see the other 2 on the other side. We got 5. Actually, we got 4 flags and a hat.
The offsides on the kicking team. Since the ball was recovered by Colleyville, we will re-kick. 5-yard penalty.
So they'll get another chance.
Perfect. Because one thing that we've noticed, one thing that we've learned this year is that Colleyville's really good at doing that onside kick. We saw it against Coppell this year.
Well, look at this as we see the replay on the
way
big screen.
offsides. 2
yeah,
guys.
but you know what? He's planting his foot. Oh, you know what? Max Allen is actually offside. Thomas, we got Thomas Lee with the comment. He's seen something on the big screen.
Well, on the replay, it was offsides on the kicking team, and then the early touch negates the recovery. I don't know. The whole thing couldn't have gone worse for Heritage. I mean, I love the effort. I love going for it, but yeah, really and truthfully, I just thought it should be Cedar Hill ball at this point. They wouldn't have to retry, but at least for Heritage's sake, they get a chance to go after it again.
Right, and Heritage actually is pretty good at outside kick. And someone needs to tell Cedar Hill that the 10-yard line now is the 45-yard line because the coaching staff had to move them up from the 50.
Allen will come forward to the ball, and this one he will put in play. Deep down the right-hand side, it's going to hit at the goal line and through the end zone.
It's a nice kick.
Yeah, he put a lot into that one, didn't Max Allen? That's a lot of leg. That's
sign him up.
That's professional distance there, isn't it? Dan Bailey distance from the 35. Isn't that the kickoff spot for the?
I thought it was the 30 for us, but no, it is the 35. We moved it up. More touchbacks.
37-18. We've got a tick over 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter from beautiful. And the reason I say beautiful, this is a great facility, but it's probably 40 degrees outside and windy and cold, and it's nice inside here at Jerry World. Handoff inside to Cedric Ware, and it looks like Cedar Hill is going to start burning clock, just running the football right up the middle.
Yeah.
Colleyville's going to have to stack 8 guys in the box to try and stop them.
Yeah, they've got 2 big runners, and you're about to see both of them for the next 9 minutes.
We've mentioned it that Mullins is headed to, or McMillan, excuse me. Have I been calling him Mullins the whole day?
It's McMillan.
McMillan is headed to LSU. Here's a run down the right-hand side. Denver Daniels, and I believe we may have a face mask.
You know how you can tell McMillan's going to LSU? When I was down on the field, he had these purple and yellow Nikes on.
Wonder where he got those.
I wonder where he got those.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 42. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
See, I told you, I can call him from up here. I just need a, you know what it is? It's like, what's the Wings place?
Buffalo Wild Wings?
No. The girls that wear the white outfits with the orange pants.
Hooters?
Hooters. The Hooters, you know how they have the deal when they put the orders in and they
Oh, okay.
I could drop flags like that.
Yeah.
Cedar Hill, they're going to look to throw now. New quarterback in the game. He's got a man open, Lodge, and Lodge flat out drops it right in front of Nick Felix. If he's going to pick any school he wants to go to, he's got to come down with those. He's hit in the middle of his chest. And that was Davis, now in at quarterback with a nice arm, showing some air under that one.
Yeah, Lodge, I think he brother-in-law that one.
Brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Do tell.
He kind of figured that it was like, you know, I'm so good, I can just kind of like easily catch this one, and kind of just like easy did it, you know.
Davis will keep it. Or is that, nope, that's McMillan back in. The last throw was from a right-handed quarterback, was it not?
Correct.
Okay. McMillan back in. He's shown that he's an athlete, but he doesn't look to want to take many hits, though. Which actually is cerebral for a quarterback.
I saw him throwing in the pregame, and he tossed a deep ball probably from about the 40 where he's at, and Lodge caught it one-handed in the end zone. And I thought it was going to be a long day right there.
Receivers split to either side. Handoff in the backfield. Daniels, he's got room. 30, 25, 20. Cuts it up to the 15, 10. 5, poor tackling until Reed Harrison Ducrow gets there, and he's going to be first and goal at the 1. Oh, Aka Cedric Ware. Did I say Daniels?
You did.
It's getting late. 8:16 to play.
You're about to see Cedric Ware again here.
Snap, he'll go right, working his way, and he just walks into the end zone.
Walk the dog.
Mac walk the dog. There you go. Max Crosby, I think, has had enough. Seen too much of the Cedar Hill Longhorns and their offense, and they're starting to really put a Grand Canyon type gap between themselves and the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. It's now 43-18. They're going to kick this one.
I like that Grand Canyon type gap.
You like that?
It's good.
I'm
First time I've heard you said that this year.
Well, I got to bring out the good ones at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're 8 minutes away from nothing to do till baseball season. Kick is up and good for Brooks Ralph. 8:06 to go, and it's a Cedar Hill 44-18 lead over Colleyville Heritage. A Cedric Ware with, I believe, his third touchdown. Is that right?
It would be his third touchdown of the day. Right here it says he has 25 carries for 131 yards and 3 scores.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with more Colleyville Heritage Panther football on Champion Sports Radio.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
I hear these songs in my dreams. The greatness of Champion Sports Radio and what do we call those? The rejoin music. That's what it is. Using radio lingo on you. Alongside Chris Beam, kickoff goes right side high, and it's fair caught by Nick Felix. Once again, alongside Chris Beam, Thomas Lee, down on the field, Peter Nielsen. I'm Doug Branch. Champion Sports Radio coverage of Colleyville Heritage Panther football from AT&T Stadium. We see one of the band guys on the big screen, and he's getting his groove on. That may be some of the more entertainment we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
Cedar Hill does their best Grambling impression, I guess.
Yeah, they do. It looks like even their dancers. You know, LSU has their dance teams kind of like that with the wild, with the beat and that kind of stuff.
Where are they, by the way? Oh, they're way over there. All right, I see them back down in the corner.
They'd be in the southwest corner.
Trevor Anderson back in at quarterback. His last quarter. Colleyville Heritage fakes the handoff, rolling left, looking to throw. Just throws it up in the air, and DeMarco Corbin never sees it. And we're going to get an interference call on Perry, or illegal contact. The ball was in the air, and he hit him. And Trevor Anderson must have got stuck because he's trying to do his best Gene Simmons impression. Did you get that one?
Yeah, I got that one.
All
Trevor Anderson was actually hurt on the play. I was wondering who his backup was.
I think it is Kevin
Holding.
Salinas.
Defense, number 2.
Where has Kevin Salinas
10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Just realized we have not called his name in a couple weeks. I wonder if he's injured. We don't know it.
Yeah, I don't
Who's
see
my
him.
researcher?
Pete can find number 13 down there on the
13.
Sidelines. I don't see him standing next to the coaching staff.
The good Dr. Alex Derling is also along doing stats on the far side. Doctor, can you see if you can see a 13 down there on the sideline? Anderson going left, going to get the first down, and he's pulled down as he reaches the 42-yard line. It'll be a Colleyville Heritage first down. And
I found a 13 on the sidelines, and he has no pads on.
all right, well,
He's
that
about the
explains it.
35-yard line far end. Do you see him?
That's a loss for this team.
Yeah, Salinas is a good player for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers.
Let's go down to Peter.
Not only for him, he's wearing a hoodie, and he's got a pretty limp, guys. So you're right. That's a good player that's not making a difference tonight for Colleyville Heritage.
Well, with the hoodie, he could do his best Texas Hold'em impression.
I learned something about high school football this year is when you're standing up, you're sitting there preparing for the game, and and everything. You always look down on the sidelines, and next thing you know, you're like, why is their best player standing on the sideline with a cast on his arm?
First charge timeout in the second half.
You know, we've had that happen a few times this year.
Timeout on the field, 7:08 to go, and Cedar Hill State to a 44-18 lead. Back on Champion Sports Radio after this.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Back at AT&T Stadium, where the Colleyville Heritage Panthers trail the Cedar Hill Longhorns 44-18. It was all Colleyville in the first quarter. A botched punt snap over the head in the end zone gave them 2 points. Then a nice 48-yard pass from Trevor Anderson to Camden Arnold made it a 9-0 lead. But since that point, it has for the most part been all Cedar Hill. Justin Toberny takes the handoff going right. He's knocked down at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, they are the defending state champions for a reason here at Cedar Hill.
5 receivers will go into the pattern. To throw the ball is Anderson, crossing in the middle. He's got room on the right side.
Throw it.
Nice pass, and guess who? Nelson Bohannon. And he doesn't go down easy. I like this kid.
Yeah, I think he earned his playing time on special teams, to be honest with you. When you have a guy that comes down and plays with no fear and makes those tackles, then you start trusting a kid like that, and then you start putting him on different offense to see what more he could do, and I think that's what's happened this year with Bohannon, because we didn't really see him early on in the season, and we saw him start making plays.
Nice job by Trevor Anderson to buy some more time, and Anderson is going to take it left side, and he's going to walk into the end zone. And we've seen that before, but we just haven't seen enough of it. 5:06 to go. That'll cut the lead down to 20. Colleyville will go for 2. Obviously, that's in a book somewhere that when you're down by 20, you go for 2.
It's on the chart.
It's on the
chart. Yeah, it's on the chart.
I never put a lot of credibility into those charts. There are times when it's obvious.
Yes. I mean, like, end of the game, you score a touchdown, you're down by 2, you might want to go for it.
Well, they bring out Anderson, and it looks like they're going to go with no, it's not the jumbo set. DeMarco Corbin from the Wildcat. Receivers split, in motion, snap back, and now they're going to call delay a game.
Delay a game, offense. 5-yard penalty, retry.
Now do they kick it, or do they go for it again? Down by 20, I would say you just put your field goal team out there and kick. Nope, they're going to go jumbo. Here comes Keandre Johnson in. That may not be a jumbo. He just may be in there to block. DeMarco Corbin is going to be your quarterback out of the Wildcat. Jackson Zeladon, 10 yards to the left. Camden Arnold on the right hash. In motion, fake. He'll throw it. Oh, he's got a man open and he missed him. Now he runs. Now he throws. Caught. 2-point conversion. Nice job of Camden Arnold sitting down on the defensive coverage, and he makes himself available for the 2-point conversion.
Even better, DeMarco Corbin, because he was pressured there and not being a quarterback, kind of taking that senior leadership and being able to throw a touchdown pass or a 2-point conversion pass.
Just shows his diversity.
Right.
And a nice job. They're showing the touchdown of Trevor Anderson. We'll go ahead and take a break and come back. It's 44-26, 6:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Back on Champion Sports Radio in a moment.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Back at AT&T Stadium, 44-26, 18 points separate the Cedar Hill Longhorns. Kickoff is going to be deep and bounce and go through the end zone by Max Allen, showing a strong leg for the young man.
Yeah, Max Allen's did a really good job this year for the Colleyville Heritage Panthers in the kicking game. Pretty stellar with his field goals this year and his kickoffs.
Cedar Hill will have the football at the 25-yard line. I guess 18 points is a full 3 scores.
Yeah.
And McMillan still in the game. Justin McMillan, 6'2", 190, the senior committed to LSU.
I wonder where Lodge is going to go. I'm pretty excited about that.
Snap back. They'll hand it off inside. New running back. He's doing some damage. Out to the 40, 45 across midfield and pulled down at the 47-yard line. And that is number 10 for the Cedar Hill Longhorns, Jalen Jackson. And you already mentioned it, that he's the next big guy.
He's the next big name in Cedar Hill football as a sophomore. And that's what they said. He's the next guy. Cedar always has a big guy like Cedric Ware or something like Justin McMillan. And
McMillan from the shotgun, 2 receivers to the far side. He'll hand it off up the middle. Guess who? And a nice tackle coming back is Ja'Cory Williams. Got past the runner and came back and made the tackle.
You guys are talking about great Cedar Hill. You guys are talking about great Cedar Hill running back scores. Even before Cedric Ware, Laquiviante Gonzalez that took him to a state championship game 2 years ago. And then, of course, as they affectionately refer to him down there, Baby Bim Molina, who was a great star for the Aggies as well.
McMillan going to follow in the footsteps of a Jamarcus Russell. We'll hope he does that at LSU and not in a professional way. Back to throw, left-hander, lofts it up, left side. It's deep. Felix has got, he dropped it. It was right to him, and he's just laying on the carpet because he knows he should have had that one.
And I forgot to mention probably the best runner that Cedar Hill has ever had was their quarterback in 2006 when they won the state championship, William Cole. An unbelievable difference maker, one of the best high school players I've ever seen.
We should do a segment. Yeah. Where are they now?
Yeah, where is Cole now? Because I know he was expected to go to a lot of different places, and then I think the academic side kind of went on the wayside.
Off air, I'll tell you guys the real story, but after going to Oklahoma State, he then transferred to North Texas to live at home.
Well, that's the place to go if you have academic problems. Nice run.
The ball's on the
Jackson puts it on the turf, but standing right there is the lineman, number 62. It's Desmond Duncan, the 6'1", 260-pound senior, to pick up the fumble. And a nice job again by Reed Harrison Ducrow stripping that ball away, but Colleyville does not come back up with it. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. We're inside 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this one. Handoff, left-hand side over the guard. About 4 yards, maybe 5 out of that. Once again, that's Jalen Jackson, and his pants continue to come down.
Someone needs to get that sophomore a belt.
Or staple those to the pads.
Or a smaller pair of
trousers.
Do they call them trousers anymore or just jeans?
I call them trousers.
Okay.
We'll go with that. From the shotgun, McMillan looks right, hands it off right. Elijah Moore takes it forward for a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down and a long 3. Ball be spotted close to the 26-yard line.
I think Darren Allman has to be excited about this program at Colleyville Heritage. First year in District 7-6A, and we'll talk a little bit after this play.
Lots of pressure up front. Unfortunately, it's not in the right position, and running around the edge is Elijah Moore for the first down. That'll move the chains and keep the clock going. We're under 2:50 to play.
Yeah, I think I talked to him in the kind of off to the side before one game, and I asked him how hard it was coming in. He said we really didn't have an off season with this group because they kind of got in late, and he said he's really excited going into the off season for these Colleyville Heritage Panthers because they can get in and grow under his program, get in the weight room, and build a really nice solid program here at Colleyville Heritage.
The In Command Broadcasting postgame show comes up next. Handoff left. And Jalen Jackson finds his way to the blue turf, which would be the end zone, with his pants down one more time.
That's his first touchdown of the year, actually.
And he looks like a pretty good runner.
Yeah, it looks like he may be the next great running back in.
Got a nickname for him. We'll call him Droopy Drawers.
Jalen Jackson.
Yeah. Brooks Ralph on for the extra point. He line drives this one.
Missed that one.
Misses it.
Ended up in his chair in about the 9th row over here.
50-26, 24-point lead. 2:11 to play in the game. Back in a moment on Champion Sports Radio.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute, online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Back at AT&T Stadium, the Cedar Hill Longhorns 50. Colleyville Heritage Panthers 26. And Cedar Hill starting to cut up a little bit on their sideline, and well deserved with just over 2 minutes to go in this game. With my guy Ralph to kick off. It's a high kick going right hand side. No fair catch this time. Harrison Ducrow is stuck as he gets to the 27-yard line, or was that Felix? Felix?
Yeah, it's Nick Felix. I'm excited what Darren Allman's going to bring to this program, to be honest with you, being my former alma mater. Because you
were a captain of this program.
Yeah, and I look at Cedar Hill, and when I was going to in high school, Cedar Hill was just up and coming, and they had Joey McGuire come in and bring that program to where it is today. And I think any program can get to that point. It's just a matter of the leadership behind it.
3 receivers to the near side. Anderson hands it off. And DeMarco Corbin was just introduced to the front line of the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
And in saying that, Darren Allman came to Colleyville Heritage from Austin Westlake that already had tradition, and trying to make his own tradition at a school in the DFW Metroplex that he thought had potential to become a program like Cedar Hill, or a program like, Coppell's kind of getting to that point right now. Southlake always have been to that point.
Timeout, Colleyville Heritage. Here's your second charge timeout of the second half.
Heritage is going to take a timeout with 1:34 to play in the game. We'll step aside. It's 50-26 Cedar Hill on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
2:34 to go in the season, trailing by 24. Colleyville Heritage has it on their 25-yard line. Three receivers to the far side, two to the near side. It looks as if Trevor Anderson's going to throw. Drops back, looking, got a man wide open over the center of the field, and it's caught. Camden Arnold. Goodness gracious, what a good throw, and what a better catch by Camden Arnold, and it's all the way. They flipped 35s. It's now inside the 35 of the Cedar Hill Longhorns.
I think that last drive that Camden Arnold finally said, you know, I need to start trusting my arm and my accuracy, because that was a heck of a throw by the Colleyville Heritage quarterback. He threw it right between the safety and the corner.
No give up. They'll hand it to DeMarco Corbin up the middle, and he's inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Oh, I don't think this team's going to give up, because Darren Allman's not going to let them give up.
Timeout, Colleyville. Their third and final timeout of the second half.
We'll stay right here with 1:04 to go in the game. 50-26. Colleyville led it 9-0 in the first quarter, but since then it's been a 50-15 run by Cedar Hill.
You know, we saw that at the Southlake game. It was 24-21, and at halftime, Colleyville Heritage had the lead, and the second half, Southlake kind of broke it open. You know, Darren Allman said to us early in the season again that he said that his team tends to tire as the game progresses, and obviously with the big runs from Cedar Hill at the end of the game, we saw that they were kind of getting a little tired. They're going up against a big Cedar Hill offensive line, and you know, they've hung in there a lot, but you know, I don't foresee them scoring, you know, 24 points in the next minute. That'd be a record.
Snap back to Anderson, looking to his right, getting rushed, and now he's going to be, I thought he was going to be sacked, but he gets away, and then he is dropped rather quickly, and that's Kyle Goss, the 5'8", 170-pound senior linebacker for Cedar Hill. Some of the guys that are playing their last game as Colleyville Heritage Panthers: Nick Felix, Max Crosby, Nelson Bohannon, Trevor Anderson, Jackson Zeladon, Camden Arnold, Billy Kirkpatrick. Here's a run right-hand side, and I think Bernie may have gotten first down yardage, and he did. That'll stop the clock with 25 seconds to play. As we continue on, Clayton Oliver, Kevin Salinas, Dalen Brown, John Bubba White, Trey Arnold, Jason Showcase Splain. Have not mentioned his name, so we'll get that on. Varsity player with a 3.67 grade average. Throw is out of bounds, as Trevor Anderson had nobody to get the football to. Other senior players: Augustus Gus Winkler, Connor McAnally, Sam Herring, Chris Bradley, Max Mitchum, Jason Williams, Arturo Rodriguez, and I'm apparently missing a page because I jumped from 21 to 54. We'll get some more here in a moment. We've got them all. From the shotgun, Anderson looking to the end zone, across the middle, hits Arnold. Oh, and Arnold is flat, just dropped at the 4-yard line, but it'll be a first down. And that's Bradley. And that'll end it. So the Colleyville Heritage Panthers finish the season 5-6, first year under head coach Darren Allman, but a successful year and a lot to build on. Back with the In Command Broadcasting postgame show coming up next.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShopboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
It's the In Command Broadcasting postgame show from AT&T Stadium, where the Cedar Hill Longhorns beat your Colleyville Heritage Panthers 50-26. Let's go down to the field, and standing by with head coach Darren Allman is Pete Nielsen.
Coach, clearly never easy to say goodbye to a group of seniors, especially when you've only been around them for 1 year. But congratulations on a great season, your first year here at Colleyville Heritage.
Thanks, I appreciate it. It's been quite a fast and furious last few months getting our coaching staff put together, and it's really a testament to our seniors and really our whole football team, but especially our seniors, the way they got it all put together. They played pretty well this year. We didn't really have the depth to hang around for 4 quarters with the teams that are still playing right now, and hopefully we can grow that through the off season. But in the games that we've lost, we've been in at least for a half, and we got to learn to finish, and we got to get stronger, and we got to have a great off season. But I think we've got a good foundation going, and really proud of our group and the way they fought.
You talk about your seniors, but the future here at Heritage is looking bright. We know you're going to have your chance to do your off season, to do your spring. That's a big thing for you, and we look forward to being part of it. Your thoughts on that, and just overall your first impressions.
Well, you're right. The off season's everything, and we didn't really get one this year with this group, and so everything was new to everybody. And that's not an excuse. We're not going to make excuses. We didn't get the job done, but we do have something to build on, definitely. And these guys now have seen the best all the way through our schedule. We've played Coppell and Euless Trinity and South Lake and District and Cedar Hill in the first round, and so we've grown through that, and you don't have a choice but to do so. And we'll be better for it. We got to get to a point where we win those games, though, and not just hang around. So we'll go to work and try to honor these guys who put a great foundation for us to grow from.
Well, we thank you for all the help you've given us all year, and we look forward to working with you again next year.
Thanks, you too. I appreciate it.
That's head coach Darren Allman. Back up to you guys, and this is a good start here for this program. Never good to lose, but what a nice future this program does have. Back up to you.
Well, you're absolutely right, Pete Nielsen, and we thank you for your contributions to the broadcast from down on the sidelines. And Chris, as we put a ribbon on this season, we will talk about the season when we come back. And that's next here on Champion Sports Radio. 50-26. Cedar Hill wins it. In Command Broadcasting postgame show rolls on after this.
Jason Ridley Agency is a proud sponsor of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. The Jason Ridley Agency offers home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, and coverage for all your valuable property, including business insurance. The Jason Ridley Agency is conveniently located in Colleyville, and you can find them online at jasonridley.com or call them today at 817-281-4500. The Jason Ridley Agency says, Go Panthers!
Nationwide is on your side.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShockboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute. Online at gdyo.org/jazz.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where the Cedar Hill Longhorns get past the Colleyville Heritage Panthers 50-26, and to take you through all the statistics of this one, our boss, Thomas Lee.
Thank you, Doug. Great job all year. I know Heritage fans very pleased with the effort you guys put forth week in and week out, and I just want to express my gratitude the way you guys take care of business and provide such a fine product to all the Panther fans out there. This one started out, and it was all Heritage in the first quarter. The safety, of course, after the ball was snapped over the head of the punter, and then halfway through that first quarter, Arnold holding the 48-yard pass, and boy, things were just looking really, really good at that point. 9-0 your score. And then Cedar Hill goes 3 consecutive touchdowns drive. Cedric Ware, a 5-yard run. Daniels had a 76-yard run. McMillan, the quarterback, a 45-yard run. And then from there, it's kind of downhill in the third quarter. Things started, and for a moment thought, hey, there might be a chance for something to happen here. A little bit of momentum on the Heritage side of things, and that's when DeMarcus Lodge decided that he wanted to go to work and put his stamp onto this ball game. Second down and 1, zone read. Whoop, wrong one there. That's what happens when you're doing 6 games in a day. Try again.
Receiver to each side from the shotgun. Mullins to throw. Looking left. Got a man going to the pylon. Felix falls down. Touchdown. And that's Lodge. We just talked about it. DeMarcus Lodge, 6'3", 205, and that is a mismatch, unfortunately, on Nick Felix.
I want to see the replay.
That was the first touchdown catch and the only touchdown catch of the day in the third quarter. Lodge finishes 4 catches, 107 yards, averaging 27 yards per catch. Darius Harper, a 43-yard reception. Daniels, 2 catches, 11 yards. Elijah Moore with a catch that was a loss of 4. So McMillan, very pedestrian day for him. 8 of 13 passing, 157 yards, a touchdown, and an INT. On the ground, Daniels, 10 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. Cedric Ware, 26 carries, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Justin McMillan, 5 rushes, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Jackson, 5 rushes, 61 yards, and a TD as well. So 4 different players score rushing touchdowns. Lodge with the receiving touchdown. That's 5 different players hit the end zone for Cedar Hill. Lodge also had a 4-yard rush. Avery Davis with a 2-yard rush. For Heritage, not the worst possible day. 13 of 25 passing, 190 yards and a touchdown. Corbin, 21 rushes, 162 yards and a TD. 8 rushes, 31 yards and a touchdown for Anderson. Ryan Philippi, 1 6-yard rush. Jamari Williams, 2 rushes, 2 yards. And receiving stats, Camden Arnold, 7 catches, 140 yards, and the aforementioned touchdown. Nelson Bohannon, 2 catches, 16 yards. Max Crosby had a 14-yard catch. Justin Toberney, 13-yard reception. Jackson Zeladon had a 4-yard catch, and DeMarco Corbin added to his rushing total. 162 yards, very impressive. So 1 catch, 3 yards all told. Cedar Hill, 586 yards of offense to Heritage's 391. Longhorns, 25 first downs, 429 rushing yards on 52 attempts, averaging 8.25 yards per attempt. Of course, the 8 of 13 passing, 157 yards, did have the INT. Heritage, 19 first downs to the Longhorns, 25. 34 rushes, 201 yards, so nearly 6 yards per carry for the Panthers. 13 of 25 passing, 190 yards, 52% completion rate. One of the biggest differences, though, in the ball game, Heritage had to punt 6 times, Cedar Hill only once. So you combine that with the fact that Heritage played such a clean game, did not turn the ball over, forced an interception and a fumble away from Cedar Hill. That's what kept this thing very close for quite a while until the second half, when the Longhorns showed why they're the defending state champs and been to the finals the last 2 years. All told, it's a final 50-26. Cedar Hill with the win over Colleyville Heritage. Send you back to Doug and Chris for final thoughts.
Well, what goes down, excuse me, as I think a very positive start to the Darren Allman era at Colleyville Heritage ends with a loss, but there's lots of positives to come out of this season. And once again, Chris, I'd love to, and you can't really do it, but I'd love to put an asterisk by this and say, what if Clayton Oliver didn't go down with that injury? No disrespect whatsoever to Trevor Anderson, but that's huge that you take away your free safety and have to move him to quarterback and you lose your quarterback. That just completely changes the complexity of your defense and your offense.
Yeah, it also kind of changes the complexity of how you run your offense as a whole, because now you go from a passing offense almost to a running offense because of Anderson being able to run the ball more and DeMarco Corbin being able to run the ball. And Oliver's more of a pocket passer, and he had the weapons that he could have used. We saw that in the first 2 games of the season. I think there's a base here at Colleyville Heritage, especially offensive line. You've got Nick Walters, who's a junior, Patrick Blassingame, a junior, Jacob Kramer, who's your starting center, is a sophomore, so you can get him in 2 years. Mason Coffey, we saw a lot of this year also. He's a sophomore. And then you got Trey Poirier, who's also a junior. So that's 5 guys that you can be able to walk in next year and be your starting offensive line to protect a quarterback who I don't know who they're going to have next year, because they're graduating a lot of other offensive players on this team.
Well, you lose the backfield. You lose DeMarco Corbin. You lose Trevor Anderson and Clayton Miller. You lose Justin Toberney to graduation. You go down, you lose your wideouts. Jackson Zeldon, Camden Arnold,
Salinas,
Kevin Salinas, Nico Torres will be back, and Michael
Prescott will also be
back. And you've got some guys behind them that are going to have to step up. But Coach Darren Allman is going to have to figure out who he's going to place in those key skill positions to take this team to the next level. And I think you're exactly right, and he's right. They just need to get in the weight room, put some weight on, because you look at Southlake, you look at Trinity, you look at teams in District 7, 6A. It's power football. It's not out-quick everybody in this district. You got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to throw the football with some efficiency. But I say on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7.5 on success for this year, and that's based on the fact that we just didn't get to see Clayton Oliver throwing the football, because I think that changes the dynamics of this football team if he's back there in the pocket throwing the football.
Yeah, definitely. It'll change the complexion of this football game. I think we could have won a couple more games if we could have thrown the ball when you got behind in the games. So that also is a big factor in how the season ended up.
All right, back to Thomas Lee to cap his thoughts on this one from AT&T Stadium.
Getting a coach like Darren Allman is really a coup, but it's not something that's going to pay immediate dividends. He did not have the time to fully implement what he wants. I tell you what, one of the real secrets of teams like the Carroll Dragons, like Westlake, where he came from down in the Austin area, those kids have been running those plays and those programs since Pee Wee football, but absolutely it gets installed in 7th grade when you start playing in middle school. So when he gets a chance to really cultivate and have everything he wants from 7th grade on up to 12, give him a couple of years, it's going to be a powerhouse program, and Champion Sports Radio is very excited to be a part of it. Special thanks to everybody at the Booster Club for bringing us on board and creating this partnership. Dean Jones, Gary Harrison Ducrow, Scott Shepard. Special thanks to Darren Allman, the head coach, as well, for everything that he does and the access that he provides to us. And also, of course, the biggest sponsor of all, the Jason Ridley Agency, doing a great job. And because of them, these broadcasts get on each and every week for you folks to enjoy. And for the final time, here's the voice of the Panthers, Doug Branch.
All right, the 2014-15 season is in the books, and I think a positive step forward, a name that I will leave you with as we leave AT&T Stadium here. It's Allman. It's not Darren Allman. Remember that name. A freshman by the name of Allman, 6'5", is going to be leading this Panther program, I believe, into the future. So bright things to come from Colleyville Heritage Panther football. Big thanks to you, Chris Beam, one of the first captains of the Colleyville Heritage team. He's invested in this program. He wants to see it succeed, as do we. I want to thank everyone who has been a part of this broadcast this year, along with Wesley. Did stats for us again. Randy Wesley.
He's down on camera right now.
Oh, very nice. Of course, Pete Nielsen down on the field, our boss Thomas Lee. For Chris Beam, I'm Doug Branch. We thank you for joining us on the 2014 season of Colleyville Heritage Panther football. Back in 2015. Have a blessed evening.